answer his question. Because I got your armor fixed, and now I'm wondering why I should even show you where Macy Shadow Mouse is today.
All right.
And welcome back to Wicked Initiative for another episode. Let's dive right in. We'll do a little recap, quick recap. You guys had just decided to go head over to the Sneaky Goose to find out what was going on here. Before that, you guys stopped on the way at the raised roof, met Kieran Agravar, and had a little game. Nixel unfortunately didn't have a great time, but Aragar picked up the slack a little bit. Found out a little bit of curious information about him, Cedric, as you sort of like shied away from the opportunity to engage. And then you guys picked up a couple of drunken stragglers that were kind of complaining about the lizard folk and the crow's vigil in certain ways, and headed over to the Sneaky Goose, where you had an encounter with a very strange elf who was rather dramatic, at least on the outward appearance it was an elf. Eventually Gax was selected, and the rest of you were pooped on by his pigeon, Francis.
Forgot about that.
And you guys entered in to engage in the Dragon Box Challenge, where with a series of different thoughts and ideas, you were able to uncover and unlock this box, to which beheld a perfume of bewitching, 5 doses of it.
Yes.
On the other hand, the shopkeep was a man named Goose, a halfling, who is only open really in the evening to adventurers such as yourselves, because he knows where the money is, who has the money to pay for his products. As you guys finished that up and eventually left, it was rather quiet. You guys heard some clang of metal, someone falling off, and you see a whinnying horse leaving the scene, or where the sound came from. You guys quickly sprint over there before any guards get there, and you find what looks to be some sort of paralyzed guard laying on the ground dead. You guys do a quick analysis of the situation, realize that there's some sort of paralytic poison or venom that's in these multiple stab wounds that you found on his body. As you guys sort of search the surroundings, you are then immediately put into combat phase, where these 2 large 7-foot, kind of greenish black, almost lizard-like, and dragon. They have wings on them. They're carrying these large, just serrated blades with them. They attack. You guys eventually defeat them. Heroically, I might say. As one of them tries to get away, I believe it was Ares who dealt the finishing blow, as that one kind of fell down and burst into like a bunch of acid in front of Bosco, who dexterously moved out of its range. And then for the second one, Zarzaros strikes his match and just absolutely decimates the second one, and it just explodes in front of Aragar and Zarzaros. And that's where we'll pick up. You guys had just, it's obviously around midnight at this point, and you guys can hear kind of like the clomping of hooves, guards sort of shouting in the distance as they begin to approach you all. What do you guys do?
Before we continue, how did exactly you dispatch? I know you smited the creature, but how did you dispatch it again, exactly?
I went for the legs.
That's right. Okay.
And then something kind of overtook Zarzaros, and he went in for the final blow back behind him.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Does anyone know mending?
Oh, no.
I quite literally just switched mending for message.
Because there are
On the
still
level up, I literally
because
went,
we all hear footsteps or hooves coming our way. There's no evidence of any bodies that we were fighting. There's a dead guard. We have 2 lizard folks, and Bosco's still standing with a torch in a broken window.
I'm gonna go hide behind the wagon.
Actually, one lizard folk quietly in between you guys. You guys hear that kind of that sound of magic being cast, and you look back over to Argar, and he is a average sized, just I'd say maybe like a kind of like the he's kind of looking like some of the victims that you've seen from the plague. Like he's in tags and like tags and tatters, but he's human and he's black hair.
Oh wow! Does he have the beady eyes still?
it's the one thing you can't get rid of.
It's a normal
It's
a normal
eyes.
set of eyes, but his retinas are reddish.
Oh, okay.
You could be a handsome drow though with those red eyes.
Oh.
You need
Is
to
it more like of a facial expression where you're just like?
Have I seen Drow though?
You've seen.
All right, I'll say I'm a drow. I say I'm a drow, just like white hair and red
I
eyes.
wasn't telling you. I was just saying the red eyes just fit.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my.
So you're
human
slinking
idea
into the darkness.
I'm hearing somebody come, and I'm not gonna get caught and put in jail tonight, so I'm gonna go hide. I was right there by the little wagon, and I'm gonna
All right, so you're hiding.
I'm gonna
roll your
creep so
stealth
I can
check.
see what's going on, but
You're
not get
disguising,
caught.
but staying out in the open.
Yes. Well, what else is? I'm gonna follow the crowd, but I am
stealth
switching
check.
so that
Yeah,
I'm less.
I'm
I
roll for
am
that.
immediately casting guidance on myself because I know there's gonna be some sort of persuasion
crap,
check
sorry.
coming.
Dropped it.
Ilmana, please save me.
Yeah, quite literally.
If that's the case, then I'm sticking with. I'm
I
sticking with
think
you then.
bad persuasion rolls are the most hilarious.
I'm just
thing.
gonna be a
One.
persuasion
Nah,
check.
that's
Cedric
not
knows
enough.
you.
I rolled
You're
it. I got
still
worse.
holding your lit
No, no, no,
torch.
no.
I mean, yes, I am. Or, yeah, I put it on the ground as I drew my bow.
So
it's-
you're drawing a bow and you're just gonna
I
hold
put
your...
I put the torch on the ground like that. Now I'm gonna
Torch
myself
back up.
holding the torch.
But you're still
Wait,
next to the
you
broken.
just fired a random ass arrow in the middle of nowhere?
Why?
No, I shot it at the enemy.
No, I say during the
No.
fight. During the
Okay,
fight.
okay.
during the
Yeah,
fight.
this is during the fight.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't just now. It wasn't a panic.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah. What? Hope you get somebody.
I'm talking about
Goes through
now.
somebody's
What are you
window,
doing?
hits him in the
you
chest.
You hear hoof bees coming towards you guys. What is Bosco doing? You see,
I'm trying to
this
remember
one,
the map.
Ares goes to hide. This one changes shape.
Because
and
we're in
essentially tries to make himself
We're in an alley,
scarce.
right? There's like no.
I'm
only way
sticking
out
with
is in.
Cedric, but I'm looking like a normal
Think
human
so?
being.
Wow.
That's
I think it
kind
was
of
like a
in the
circle.
middle.
Halflings
Okay.
are brave, so I'm going to hold the torch and, who goes there? Kind of.
I do.
Wait, yeah, so we're in a dead end alley, right?
Kind of a dead end alley, yeah. You can see behind that alley, it's kind of like an open field. There's like a little bit of like crops growing in the back, and then another house on the other side. But it's open space. It's kind of dimly lit from the outer edges of both street areas. But definitely like if someone would be patrolling on the other side, they could potentially see you crossing.
Mhm.
It's about 50 feet across of just like kind of like crops and things.
Okay.
Because you guys are a little bit more into the inner city, which is near to the back ledge where a lot more like farmland is, where people have set up a little bit of like just crops and things to grow for food.
Okay. I'm also going to cast guidance on myself.
Ooh.
And I'll lead Cedric over to the dead body.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's framing you.
No. As we kneel down and stuff like that, I'll just say,
Like,
yeah. Act like we just got here. and like try and like suss it
It seems
out.
paralyzed. Gax, you concur.
As
Excellent.
once I see,
Interesting.
I hear the sounds of the who's, right?
Yep.
Once I see someone, I'm gonna start looking like I'm a scared citizen, and
Coming up with a broken
Okay.
no. Like, how am I gonna how do I want to set this up? I'm sticking to them as though they are protecting me.
Okay. So they. Okay, I understand what you're going for. Zarzaros, what are you doing?
Is there still like goop from the acid that exploded?
Yes.
Okay. Zarzaros.
Actually,
Are
make an
you-
investigation check.
Are you
Okay.
standing by the goop with your torch?
He's sitting right next to the window. He's looking in the broken window.
No.
I need
I'm
you
away
two
from the
to
window.
also
I'm
make an
going to
investigation
approach
check.
whoever's galloping
Okay, gotcha, okay.
towards
Shit,
us.
no, this is gonna use guidance.
Oh, wait,
What?
yeah. This is going to use up the guidance, isn't
Yes.
it?
Isn't
Yes.
Can I cast it again immediately?
Yes.
Yeah, it's only.
It's a cantrip.
Yeah.
Okay. Then
how dark is it? A concentration?
No.
How dark is it?
14.
No, it is a concentration.
Wait, you said investigation.
And it's only up to a minute though, so might as well
dim light
just
actually
go.
get advantage on
Yeah.
the stealth roll.
So we're rolling it again?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't terrible, but we could do better.
18 on the investigation. And then I cast guidance again.
I had a 16.
16.
I had a 17. And I'm also casting guidance again.
21.
21.
21?
For
What were you doing again?
How are you
I'm
investigating
still
in
confused
No,
hiding?
not, no,
on
no, no.
what
I thought
Bosco's
you
doing.
meant
I'm
he was talking
walking
about my
the
stealth.
gallops that are
It's dim
coming
lit, I
near.
did
I'm
advantage, so I rolled
approaching
again.
with
For
the
hiding,
torch
so
Okay.
check was
intervene.
21.
But
No, I'm
You're
not-
hiding, but you're still
I'm not
investigating.
investigating.
You're like behind the
I'm
wagon with the
hiding.
little.
No.
Daniel, are the
So Nixel, also you see Nixel sort of like very quickly and dexterously kind of like undo his entire gun. It's modded in a way that he can quickly sort of like just
collapse it,
disassemble
yeah.
it, and he puts them all in different spots in his pockets, and then he goes high as well.
Where?
Just behind one of the houses,
Okay, no.
or some crazy.
So when we first found the guard, I rolled a nat 20. I remember, I think it was a nat 20, maybe it was a 21. But I determined what the guard was like, that he was paralyzed and that it was a dagger wound. Do I obviously still know this? I don't have to roll again now that we're looking at this body.
No. The investigation was for something different. So you, on your investigation check, the puddles of like acid goo that are still sort of like bubbling corrosively on the bricks, you see what looks to be like kind of like two small rocks in both of them. They're kind of like this striated like green and black rock.
Does it have any similarity to the one that is in my chest?
Chest
No.
plate, right?
Chest
Not
plate,
at all.
yeah.
Not at all. This. I mean, you would know of this rock, being close to the Talon Mountains. This is, which is on like they're towering over behind Asgora. This is just a malachite rock. They're worth about 10 gold each. You guys, while you're sort of like looking over this body again, as you sort of move him, a little pouch just falls onto the ground.
lucky you.
And as you go to pick it up, and you see kind of like you see it's a little bit weighty. You see on the inside of the bag, it's got kind of like an amber salt. But there's no labeling on the bag.
Okay.
And as you take a quick sniff,
It's just the first bag you find.
you know what this is. It is that kind of like chili powder spice thing that you've had in
Oh.
the past
Yeah.
with Master Bubby.
Hell yeah.
However, this does not have any smell to it,
What?
which is completely off-putting to you.
Mm.
It's supposed to smell very pungent and
yeah.
very spicy, and it has none of that.
Gax will just.
Am I watching him do that?
Yeah, you can.
Right there! Yeah, you it.
So I look at Gag sniff this random ass bag of powder, and you go,
Yeah, that's exactly what happens.
I'm like, I'm gonna ask you about this later, and I make a note that I will talk to him about this.
At this point is when the guards sort of stroll up and they see Bosco with his torch, sort of just like waving them down, I assume.
Yes.
Help.
Come over here, then.
Oh, thank goodness, the guards.
Yes, there's been a murder.
Like a town crier.
Yes.
This is the third one tonight. Where is it?
Right there.
He sort of trots over and sees you two. He makes eye contact with you, sort of looks down, questioning, like, should I be...
No, guard, no.
I was like, wait, what?
It's, this man has, lizard man, him helped save us. There were these two fiends, as I was walking by the guard on a stroll, I needed for air, to get fresh air. These two
While
fiends
he's
came
Brother
out.
needs to roll for this.
While he's stuttering, he's sort of like... He's listening, but he hops off the horse, leans down, sort of like checks over the body. Oh, Tiberius. You can see that this is a familiar guard to him. Either friend or acquaintance, you're not quite sure, but as he sort of sits back a little bit, same wounds as the others.
I'm sorry
Did
for
you
your loss.
Did you happen to see any of the perpetrators?
We did, but when these fine people dispatched them, I point to one of the oozes the one by Zarzos' feet. They kind of turned into this goo.
That.
As he
That
says
puddle of goo.
As he says, I say, don't touch it, it's acidic.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage for the aid.
Okay. It's me or him?
Him.
That advantage came in clutch. That's going to be a 23.
Ooh.
23, yeah.
You see he obviously takes that information. You see a couple more guards sort of approaching, and he motions to them to sort of like, you and you, make sure that they get home safe. You guys need to stay off the streets tonight. This is the third victim.
In third in the past hour? Past day?
Just the hour.
Were any perpetrators around there?
None spotted. Keep your eyes peeled.
Were they all guards that were killed?
No, this was the first guard.
Were they
The
people
other
of
two
note?
were just, one was a mailman, the other one was a forge master, a blacksmith.
This guard suffered paralysis poisoning. I show the dagger wound. This was a dagger-inflicted wound coated in poison.
I appreciate the information. I'll pass it on to my captain. As two more approach, he motions for them to sort of like pick up this, what you know to be Tiberius now, and sort of like heave him up and take him away. As the other guards come around and encircle. Where are you staying tonight?
The raised roof.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
You have residence already?
Yes.
You heading home then?
Oh, after this, yes.
Cautiously now.
If you say so.
He gives you a second glance.
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
You go into the raised roof as well?
I mean, I live here, but you know, I'm out a little bit late, so maybe I will.
You're from here, aren't you?
Damn straight I am. Born and raised in Port Vista.
Your kind has been getting into all sorts of trouble. You're telling me you're staying at the raised roof, or are you staying somewhere else?
What's it to you if I'm staying at the raised roof?
Oh, goodness.
Alright then. As you guys are sort of like escorted down the streets back to the raised roof.
Aries is just watching this.
I'm gonna sneak back later on.
Nick,
John
Nick,
go.
Nixel will 100% just sort of like follow
Comply.
the group as closely as possible,
Yeah.
and then sort of wait for his opportunity to like go into the raised roof whenever the guards leave. They're not going to stand there and basically babysit. They're just going to take you there, and that's it. The escort leaves, and you guys are kind of like left in front of the raised roof. I'm assuming, are you following?
I guess. I mean, how far is the raised roof from where we were?
It's only like half a mile.
Okay. Yeah.
Once.
I guess I would have just snuck out.
Oh, sorry.
No, I said I guess I would have snuck out and followed, just not to cause a scene.
Once the guards are gone, I'm gonna. That's enough of this. I dispel the disguise, and you see me shift back to my normal form. Uncomfortable.
So what are you guys doing?
Are we in the raised roof right now?
You guys are kind of just been left on the outside of the doors of the raised roof. You haven't quite gone in yet.
I do turn to Zarzaros and I go, "We will need to talk."
Yes, we will.
I look at Gax and I say, so do we.
Okay.
Zarzaros is visibly like a little bit shell shocked from the scene and just all of it.
What about what time at night is it? Is it like
About
3 a.m.?
midnight.
Midnight.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Actually, at that point, Bosco, as you guys sort of like get back to the raised roof, Bosco, you feel something like a flit in the wind with a message. And it's Darley. Bosco, I need you to get back here right now. There's a large beast in our house. I don't know what it is. It's black. It's big. And it's eating crab meat.
Guys, Darley's in danger. I gotta go back. Can any of you come to help?
She's in danger? What?
She
Danger of
just
what?
said there's a large black beast
hear another
inside my
message.
house.
You hear another message. I'm not in danger. It's just eating. I'm just sitting in the corner quietly, watching it.
Kind of like a bear.
Big one, yes.
He would have a conversation.
Guys, please, I need your help. The raised roof can wait. Please, let's...
Are there windows
If
to the
Gax
raised
goes,
roof?
Argar goes.
Yeah, there's windows to the roof.
Can Cedric look in, like, no, he's not like going like this, but like, just take a glance to see if the chess guy is still in there.
Oh, yeah,
Kieran?
perception.
Kieran, yeah.
Kieran.
Mm.
Do I still have guidance on that?
Yeah,
No, I
we
don't
need to talk too. Okay?
You can see that the raised roof is turned down for the evening. There's not a lot of
Ooh.
activity
Oh, what about you,
going
Roy?
on in
No.
here.
2. Wait, actually, investigation? Hold on.
Perception.
Perception?
Yeah.
Okay, 6.
Yeah, you look in there. It's pretty closed down. You can see the shopkeep sort of, or the Cedric sort of turning down for the evening as the lanterns are sort of dimmed down a little bit, and there's not much activity going up on the second floor.
Okay, so he's almost definitely gone. Yeah, let's go.
Oh, thank you.
I'll help as
Does
well.
anyone else come in?
Yep.
I join if Gax goes.
So honorable. Thank you so much.
I'd say
As
hit
we're
the
on the way,
rope.
like, what is she in danger? What does she say?
As you guys
Oh,
go about like 400 feet, you get another message. Bosco. It's a dragon.
Oh,
It's not big, but it's a baby dragon.
be damned.
Do you know anything about this? There's acid all over the fucking place.
Of course I know nothing about it.
Wait, she can hear his answers?
Yes, you can respond to message.
Okay. I thought you were just speaking to the wind here.
So we're hearing one side of the
You're
conversation.
hearing one side of the conversation.
I'm on my way, darling. Just go up in the attic, and stay right there.
Okay. She goes. What you don't know is she goes up in the attic. Everyone's going with Bosco.
Yeah. See a dragon? Hell yeah.
Well, we don't know the dragon. You didn't say that.
No, he said it.
You said, I don't know nothing about that. Not, I don't know the dragon.
Yeah.
You just said, I don't know nothing about that.
Say dragon.
As you guys get to the house, you can hear just like rustling around and like just kind of like banging on the countertops and like cups kind of like hitting the walls and things. As you sort of rush into the door, how are you entering?
I'm kicking the door in. It's like I've got an equalizer in my bow. I'm like coming in like ready. Like there's a home invasion. My girlfriend and unborn child are inside.
Give me a strength check on your door.
I will take I hate you.
Can I wait? Can I guidance that? Because I see what he's trying to do before he does it.
Absolutely not.
Oh.
A 3.
A 3, nice. You bust over there. Bam! You about fucking almost twist your ankle on it. You sort of like hobble. Oh, shit.
Oh
Can I
God!
see that happen? Can
Do
I
you
just
need some
open the
help?
door?
It's not locked.
It's not even locked.
And when he opens it, I'm just like,
As he sort of like stumbles away, Cax walks up and is just like opens up. You see on the inside about a 3 or 4 foot tall dragon with like dark black wings. And as the door opens, it sort of like snarls, stops in its tracks, doesn't turn around, and you see Bosco where you had left. There's just like a pool of acid that's just sort of like falling down off these shelves. And it's just sizzling everything in its wake.
This is where I left the gem.
Where you left, yeah. In the actual place, you see this dragon sort of just stop in its tracks. The warden.
I'm here. I guess that's me.
Who are these others with you?
Well, I don't know. I met him today.
Is this in Draconic?
This is all in Draconic.
As
So the only one that the only one that can't understand is you.
Fill me in later, bud.
That, what I thought was a gem this whole time was really an egg.
Hearing that, Gax instantly looks at Argar and just what?
What?
Cedric looks at the stone or looks towards where the stone would be in Stars Runs' chest, like.
As you say that, he slowly starts to meander away, more gingerly, making sure not to. All his senses are there. Anything tall that's sort of like sticking out of place, he doesn't hit anything. As he turns around, you see kind of like these large, like grayish white tusks that come out of his face like this.
Oh, that's cool.
And vibrant, glowing, devilishly green eyes. What is your name?
My name's Bosco Barrelbone.
Are you trying to lower your voice?
Oh, I don't want. This is serious.
You see him break his resolve and go, oh. A warden named Bosco? As he sort of looks to the heavens.
You'll find out real quick that I'm not to be messed around with. I'll spill blood and guts at any means necessary.
Ooh. I do like that. You can see sort of the bubbling of like acid that's just sort of like going over the teeth area, and the lips sort of like hits the ground and sizzles a little bit.
So have we? I'm assuming we've been able to deduce that this is this is an acid dragon, specifically a green dragon, or it's a black dragon. Sorry.
How about the lizard folk and dragonborn? Give me a nature check.
Oh, okay.
Fuck. Can I give myself guidance?
You get advantage because you are a druid.
Natural 20. 28.
Oh.
16.
16.
All of you know that this is some sort of black dragon. They're known for their acid breath. They've got plenty of tools at their disposal. However, you actually dive a little bit deeper. This is not a black dragon. This is an obsidian dragon.
Ooh, okay.
This is a deeper, much more ancient descendant. Kind of like the creators of the black dragons. And you haven't seen one or heard of one as long as you've lived.
Is that...
Greetings to you all. I am Vethak, the Mordant. Bosco, have them leave. Their services will not be required this evening.
I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy, and I'm gonna say,
Guys, it's time for you to leave.
and the door's gonna swing open.
Nice.
I'm gonna point to the door.
Before
Do we have to cast a save on that?
No,
It's a cantrip.
it's like prestidigitation. It works like that.
Oh, okay.
Gax isn't gonna get too close, so I'm not gonna get too close to this dragon, but I'll speak in Draconic. This is the first time in a long time an obsidian dragon has been seen here. What are you doing here?
I do not feel comfortable going into such detail at this time.
Then let me rephrase. You, who was, can I roll an insight check? Was this dragon just born here? Like, from that gem that Bosco was talking about?
With your natural 20 on your nature check, I would say yes.
What is a hatchling dragon? Sorry, let me rephrase. I'm a bit taken aback. How did you get your name? And how did this one find you?
First, give me a persuasion check.
I got a 10. 11. Yay!
Interesting. Okay. As you ask this question, you see him snarl. Bosco, you feel a strangeness about your entire body. You feel chill, and you smell this acrid, pungent smell. A smell of poison, a smell of acid. As the dragon slowly diminishes astrally. As he disappears, Bosco turns to you with bright green devilish eyes. I said I will not go into such detail at this time.
We should go. Fair enough. I'll leave.
As his eyes change back, and Bosco, you feel this overwhelming power just surge throughout your body.
Never felt this before.
And you feel very connected to this being as its spirit sort of like looms within whatever is going on in your body. You feel it times 10. Your fingertips are all tingly.
Well, I walk out.
Yeah, I also leave.
Yeah.
Grab some crab on the way out. And chop, snack.
Yeah, I walk out too.
Cool. You guys heading back?
All right. Thanks, guys.
You
Dude,
said
this is
leave.
a dragon.
You
This
said
is a
leave.
dragon.
I mean, I didn't know
I
that,
was
but
gonna
I
say,
can take
you
the
have
hit if
other
somebody's
issues.
like
You don't-
roaring
you have other
Italian.
issues than just leaving, yeah.
Door swings open, dude's
Door
eyes
swings
change.
open,
Yeah, all right.
someone's
What-
points, I
What
got the
would
hit.
it sound like for a non-draconic speaker? Just roars and...
It's a very guttural language.
Okay.
It's not necessarily like, I guess that's really the only way to say. It's kind of like a more like German style, where like
There's a
lot of-
screech.
like things like of that nature on the ends of words. As you guys sort of leave, you don't hear any chaos happening from Bosco's place. Eventually, Darley peeks out from the attic. Is he gone?
No, Darley. He's my dragon.
What was he saying? I don't understand. All I heard was a bunch of guttural mumbo jumbo.
Darley, you're gonna have to plug your ears, cause I don't think our conversation's finished.
You should probably go to bed. You've had a long day. You're coming off a little crazy.
Is Fox still there or no?
No.
No. Oh, damn. Okay.
Oh, sounds like a deal. Yeah, one wicked day. Let me go. I'll go get some rest.
Cool. As you guys sort of head to your bedchamber and lay down, and you hear the kind of like crickets in the background. You guys head back to the raised roof. As you guys get there, it's very quiet. What are you guys doing?
I want to ask Gax a few things, but I don't know if we should wait to go inside for that.
There's not many people out on the streets. As long as you're quiet and whispering, I mean, there's a couple of guards here and there that are patrolling, but they're probably more dealing with whatever the hell you guys experienced about an hour ago.
Also, Cedric has given Cedric hasn't shown any reason for anyone to think he understands the Draconic.
You mean you haven't said anything about it?
I haven't said anything about it. But Cedric noticed Gax speaking to the dragon, and even though he does know, he will ask Gax point blank, "What were you and that thing talking about?"
Things are getting interesting. Yeah, I know. That dragon that we saw was an obsidian dragon. They haven't been seen for thousands of years. Millennia. They are one of the oldest descendants of that kind. This will be interesting.
And what was it doing in Bosco's house?
It has a connection to him. And as you see that Gax just kind of like puts his hand on his head like, this is so wrong.
This isn't the first person you've met with a connection to something unusual.
That's true.
And I do stare at you with a little too long.
You don't mean...
And then I don't answer.
Okay. That's all I have for that moment.
But I'll look over to Argar in Draconic. A fucking dragon. He has a dragon.
Curious. It'll be interesting to see what comes out of this.
Nothing good. Nothing good.
Whether the dragon devours him or he conquers.
Everything.
I mean,
Oh well.
I wish him the best. It's not easy when you're bound to something like that.
And I'll switch back over to common.
Zarzoros will just say, I want to know where he got it from.
That's what I asked. I asked him how he got his name and where he got him from, but they didn't want to share.
Oh, I heard.
Yeah, well, for our non-draconic speaking friends.
I feign ignorance.
Can I do an insight check? Can I suss out whether he's been able to listen in on the conversations?
Check on his feigning the ignorance. See if he's hiding.
I'm seeing if he hasn't really. Can I tell whether or not he's kind of like. He hasn't. How am I trying to word this? He hasn't displayed the kind of usual. Has he not displayed the usual behavior of someone who doesn't know what's going on?
Sure, yeah. Roll insight versus you choose deception or persuasion.
Don't say. Just do it.
Not great.
9.
4.
There you go.
Rolls. My rolls are back, baby.
Up until this point, Cedric has done supposedly a pretty well job of keeping it under wraps that he's not necessarily not understanding, but...
So I look at him kind of like, can he or can he not? And then...
You're still sort of left with that can't quite
tell. Not enough to really know for sure.
Right.
I have a quick question. With that natural 20 nature check that I rolled on the Obsidian Dragon, do I know if it's commonplace for them to, like, inhabit people? Like, take over their bodies? Because I know that they'd probably be able to, like, polymorph and, like, transform their appearance, and I probably know that they're super high in perception and all that stuff.
On that, that's a different check. You figured out that he was an obsidian dragon, but the fact that he can sort of like merge with someone's body is something different. I'll have you just roll a do an Arcana check.
Sounds good. Guidance. Natural fucking 20 again.
Really?
Dead ass.
Damn. Yeah, you put together that this is
29.
not the normal. There's something different about this obsidian dragon. Obviously, you've heard of them in ancient writings, but the ability to kind of become spirit leads you to something more ethereal or more divine.
I've never heard dragons being able to inhabit hosts, or at least take them over in some sort of ethereal way. But these dragons haven't been seen for millennia, so they could have. Only the gods know what.
Curious.
Very.
As you guys head up into your rooms, Nixel will move into, I'm assuming, y'all's room, Aragar and Gax's, and he will take whatever spot you guys give him. You three, I'm assuming, are taking the other room. So in these rooms, there's
If they'll have me.
there's just there's kind of like a worn down
Pay some
like
money.
wardrobe. There's a couple of nightstands here and there, a couple of lamps with like some half lit candles, and you guys see 2 beds. 2 small
Immediately
beds.
go to a bed and prop my feet up.
Without saying
Well,
without
I
saying,
got this one.
Without saying anything, Cedric puts his bedroll on the floor. He's not taking a bed.
Please.
I could never. Please. Go on.
I have scales. You have flesh.
I have dignity, and I could not take an unpaid bed. Please.
No, brother. That's what I'm saying. I'm like.
Suit yourself.
Just fucking hop in the bed.
I'm like, whatever. I need my beauty sleep. Enough with y'all. Like.
Is just sitting on the end of the bed like, I knew this.
I just find a corner, pull out a blanket, and just like flump onto the ground. I'm used to living on the freaking dirt, so.
Are there?
Are you like
windows
curled up or
in this?
something, or?
There's
No,
no
I mean it sounded like
And
it
it is
was, but I'm
open
just
It is
laying
open.
down.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, just regular. It's like I'm not really curling up or anything like that.
I will say, as you get in there, you see, like a starry bluebird sitting on the window ledge, and it sort of like recognizes you, chirps at you for a bit, and then you feel kind of like this wave of magic emanating from that bluebird, as you hear your eldest daughter, Skara, sends you a sending spell.
She's higher level than I am.
Hey, Dad. I got a peace druid to help me out with this spell, so I could send you a message from the fam. We all miss you, and I wrote you a poem. The transcription cuts out for a second, and then the second one pops back in, the wave of magic again. God, these things, they only have a couple of words to them. But here it goes. By the glow of fireflies dance, remember our family's eternal stance. Through distance wide and shadows veil, our hearts beat as one like the nightingale, and you recognize this bird as a nightingale. From home. How do you feel?
I think Gax has a mixture of emotions. This is his second time leaving home. His kids are a lot older this time, so he's happy about that. But I think it's definitely a mixture of emotions, of a little bit of regret, longing to go back home, but he knows that he has to finish what he's doing this time. He can't stop halfway through. So I'll whisper into the bird's ear so that nobody else can hear. I miss you all too. I wish I can come home soon, but this journey has just started, and luckily I've met a good group of people. Stay safe, be well, help the family, and then I'll send it out the window.
And you see the bird sort of flit away, and you, with a reply to a sending spell, you know instantly that like they get the spell right. So you see this bird sort of like go out the window and then just vanish in thin air. And you get the ping of like they've received it. Yeah, Aragar, what are you doing?
Well, I'd say like halfway through this kind of rumination, I kind of let out just like the kind of snort you hear a dog when it settles into the ground of the floor or something like that, just to punctuate the somber moment. Other than that, I think he spends about maybe before lying down exactly, he spends about a minute probably. He's trying to come up with. He's thinking about the stone, is what he's thinking about. He's trying to come up with something that will help him acquire that stone.
Cool. During that time,
And he mutters every now and then. It's like not. It's like you can hear it break the silence, but it's like he's not audible. It's just like.
Awesome. As you guys are doing these tasks, you also see Nixel sort of like undoing all of his crap that he has, and you can see him sort of like tinkering away at a couple of things, and he'll do this for about the next hour. It's not very loud, but he will be sort of like using like little pieces of bits of magic to like infuse different small objects and things. He's pretty quiet. He's not going out of the way to be like banging fucking pots and pans all over the place, but
while he's doing that, you would see, well, both of them would see, Gax sits down in front of that window, and he will kind of like lay the staff on his lap, and he'll burn a little bit of incense, and you see him look out into the stars and start plucking them out one by one, and you see them light up like right in front of him, and he'll start drawing lines as he's connecting them to make constellations. And from there, for this hour-long process, a scroll kind of appears in front of him with a hollowed out center, and he attaches that to his staff, and it kind of like, as you're looking at it, as it's all wrapped up, it's almost a little translucent, so you can it's kind of like a kaleidoscope effect where like you see constellations stacked on top of constellations stacked on top of more constellations.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that is Gax's star chart map.
Oh.
And it mimics the sky above us currently. Or at least the front page does.
That also actually does remind me. At one point, I probably would have taken out the tome to kind of look at. Maybe I can start discerning what some of the text means. But I don't probably get that far.
Yeah, give me another investigation check.
Maybe it's this. Oh, goody. 20. Dirty 20.
Cool. As you take another, so you've had some quality time to be able to actually sit down, breathe a little bit, and comb through this book. You still can't read it, but you find some similarities with certain runes and sigils that are within it, and they kind of match the one on your arm.
Got it.
As you guys sort of like calm down and go to bed for the evening, I'm gonna ask how you three feel as you're sort of decompressing from the day. Starting with you, Aries.
Well, I think
What are you thinking about? What are your relations to these people? How are you thinking about them? That sort of stuff.
I think that I'm trusting enough of those people, but I'm a little frustrated because I feel like we haven't gotten anywhere on what we came here together for, and I feel like I would probably take this little ring that I have on my neck, put it on my finger, and then I would want to, if I message, I know it's a whisper, but it's only a whisper that whoever we can hear, so he wouldn't be able to hear it if I tried to message to talk to him.
I'm also not focused. I'm praying.
Correct. Yes.
But I'm saying, like, it says it's a whisper, but only he can hear it, or only I can hear his response.
Yep.
Right? Okay, so then I think before, like, going to bed, I would want to message him so he couldn't hear. I don't trust him even while he prays. He's not snooping. And I'd really say something like, we haven't gotten anywhere on our investigation with the Grey Withers. Like, it's nice we've met this group, but we need to stay focused. And I think we need to help convince this group that our next thing needs to be investigating this Crow's Vigil thing. Because I feel like that Korik has a connection to the Grey Withers because he's unloading all the ships. I'm all for helping everyone. Let's make some money, but I feel like we need to kind of push the group to be able to do this because we've gone nowhere.
Zarzaros is just gonna whisper back. So how does it work? Yeah, you.
Blah blah blah.
Well, can't you just
target
talk
only
back
the
at her?
I
target.
could just use
Yeah.
my.
Yeah, which again only hears
Okay.
the message. You can reply in a whisper that only you can hear. So.
No, we didn't hear much around town today. It seems like this place is plagued with. Plague.
I saw that.
Right.
I don't think we should just leave that be, but I agree. We need to find out more, and it's very concerning that Bosco. We need to find out where he got that egg.
Yeah. Side note. Obviously, I would have asked you, but I think because you were speaking in like common before, I heard all that stuff, so that's why I'm not like asking you so many questions. But yeah. Well, understandable. Yeah, I definitely want to find out that too. Makes it a little bit more dangerous, but I just feel like we need to focus on this Crow's Vigil thing. We need some sort of lead. Like,
Are we sure they're the best?
I don't know. Do you have any other leads? I feel like that's my
I
only.
didn't hear anything, unfortunately. No.
Right, so I feel like that needs to be, let's find out more. We probably should talk to Bosco more, and we need to find freaking Korik.
It may take time to find Korik. We're obviously meeting with Macy tomorrow, which will be great. We'll have an opportunity to maybe discover some more. But she seemed wary of the Grey Withers anyway, which is a good sign.
Alright, well I guess we'll see what she says tomorrow then.
What do you think I should do about this lizard?
I don't know. I feel like you both want more information, but
I don't think he's willing to give it to me, is
Right.
the problem.
I don't know if
I
it's
can't, in good conscience, just give him the stone.
No, I don't think so either. Maybe it's something to do with trust. Maybe with some time. I don't know. Or maybe, I don't know
It doesn't
if his
seem
friend
like...
knows anything else about all that, or if it's just so secretive to him. I don't
That's
know.
great. I'm very patient, but it doesn't seem like he's being patient. You heard him before we were attacked.
Well, you're a big dude. I think you can hold her around for a while. Got your back. If anything comes out of it. Also, we need money, so I know you don't want to be doing any rough work, but I might have to pickpocket a few people and we'll find some jobs, but we need some money.
Just don't kill
Okay?
anyone, please.
Alright, I think with that, I'm like, okay, I'm tucked in.
And I will be, like, doffing my armor. I'm gonna rest my shield against the... like, right by my head, where my head's gonna go. So that the symbol is facing out.
Cool. In the meantime,
Cedric is deep in prayer, but he's using the prayer almost to alleviate his worries. He's telling Ilmater of the things that's in his mind. So he is thinking about the events of the day and how it was crazy. But he's really, really focused on Kieran, the chess player. He is frustrated because he felt like this morning when he stepped off the boat, he could leave all his troubles behind, and now it seems like they've caught up to him when he's gone so far. And he wants to trust the people around him, and he's had no reason to not. Especially Gax. He respects the man's healing ability.
No reason.
He respects the man's healing ability, and sees him as a fellow healer and as someone who cares more about others than himself. He does deeply respect that. Although he thinks he may be a junkie.
You don't know what's in that bag. Only I do.
Which is why he says he thinks. He doesn't know. You're right.
That's why he's praying for you.
Yes. And he basically he tells himself that worrying is not going to help his situation, so he has to confront Kieran. At least be smart about it. So he steals his resolve, kind of bashes himself for not talking to him earlier, and in his prayer tells Ilmater he wishes he had some way to talk to him. Hint, hint, hint. And with that, he finishes his prayer.
Cool. Excellent. As you guys sort of finish your nightly activities and decompress into your beds, you all get a good full rest, except for Bosco. Bosco. You. As you are sort of having a rough night of sleep, you have what seems to be a nightmare or a memory. You can't tell which. But in this vision, you see you're in the heart of what looks to be some celestial mountain. You don't see the world, you just see the heavens. But you're not in Bosco's point of view. You're in a different point of view, a much larger. You feel your heart pounding in your chest. And as you step forward, you see an obsidian-scaled foot, and you feel the confidence burning like acid from within you. But the confidence is more fueled by pride and defiance. In the distance, you see a silver dragon, kind face. He says, "Bethak, this is madness." You see him kind of pleading, his silver eyes that are just filled with concern. He's a force beyond reckoning. Do not face him alone. You know our strength lies in our capacity to cover for each other's weaknesses. Don't be a fool. This being that you're in, you merely snarl with your obsidian scales just sort of shimmering. I'll not be cowed by tales of his might. My power's my own. I shall prove it. You are not my judge. You see a flash in the vision as you're met with scales and fang and tooth that just start to whirl and twirl. You feel each rendering slash as a symphony of agony. You feel the heat of the flames searing your scales in every blow. The fight takes a turn, and you stare up into this ruby dragon's voice that booms, "You dare challenge me, Vethak? Feel the might of my true power!" You feel in your mind this ruby dragon just psionically question, "This is the might of the executioner. Pitiful, you will yield." As he holds you deep into the cliffside, you see a flash happen. You see the silver dragon's sorrowful eyes just searing into your mind. This is harsh judgment. I'm warning you, don't do this. You'll doom all of dragonkind. As your last brief moment of remorse ceases, you feel an energy ripple as your wing is ripped off of you. You are tossed to the depths. Let it be done. As you wake up, sweating, breathing, you see in one of the lamps your reflection. Briefly, the green eyes once more as they change back. As you're sort of sitting there huffing and puffing, you look around and you. Darlie is still asleep. She hasn't been awoken by this.
So Vithak is like still not around, or is his, his.
You feel
He's
the
in my
deepness
conscience.
within your consciousness and all throughout your body.
Okay. Bosco's becoming a bit arrogant. He is he is aligning with Vithak. I have no weakness.
Before you say anything else, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
Sorry, Constitution.
9.
9. You wake up. You feel the. You had just a terrifying memory or vision or something. And you saw the eyes. You have the feeling. But you can't quite connect the dots on why you woke up sweating. Other than the fact that you have this burning, intense desire to kill.
I think it's a very difficult decision, but I feel risk to Darlie and my unborn child. I'm a killer, and I'm not Bosco anymore, and I'm going to grab some of my most prized belongings, leave Darlie a note that says we will be in correspondence. I'm going to walk out in the middle of the night. It's difficult. It's not an easy decision.
As you're grabbing some of your possessions, and you stand there at the door, sort of contemplating after leaving the note, you hear the same voice within you from this person, that being, this dragon within you. I'm sorry you had to see that.
It must be part of my past, too. If you and I are now aligned, I had to see it. What do you need from me? 'Cause I'm unsure of what I need from you.
You are my punishment.
Punishment? what I witnessed in the dream?
You are my warden. You are tasked.
I think you'll come to find that it's not so much a punishment as it is an honor.
Dang.
I do hope that we can create a strong bond to honor that statement.
I'm already giving up my mortal family for you, the Immortant.
You don't have to do this. Allow me to show you how. Do you consent? It will take mere seconds.
I consent.
And Bosco's gonna pull out his dagger and slit his hand and grab Socks' hand.
Socks?
Vivek.
That's his nickname now.
Socks. I'm gonna do like a
I
blood
thought he said
brother
socks.
thing, like just look and grab his hand. Claw.
As he merges with you once more and your eyes go blazing green, you look up and you can see over the entire roof and walls shining green runes that read in a language that you never knew before, but now you can somehow interpret these sigils.
Ooh.
And it says, this home is Bosco's. Stay out.
Concise.
What?
I can imagine like a dragon flying over and be like, what the fuck? Why?
Wait, did Bosco say what? Did Bosco look? What?
Is this a way for you to guarantee protection of Dolly?
Indeed it is.
Then I shall
And
not.
your coming child.
Yes, my heir, my most honorable heir. I will not leave the note. I will go back and grab the note.
By my fang, nothing will happen to baby Barrel Bum.
Bosco's in like a fever dream.
Man saw it and he took it.
I wasn't the one who decided this name. If I had to choose a name for myself, it might rhyme with assassin. Thank you. I feel our trust, this bond, is something stronger than I have with my unborn child. Although I must stay in touch as he's going to depend on me for protection.
And I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna grab the note. Vivek convinced me otherwise to impulsively just leave in the middle of the night. I'll go up and I'm going to wake Darlie and I'll say,
I'm leaving you.
You're saying you're leaving her?
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Oh, sorry. My eyes were closed. I heard a voice.
Eyes instantly, he's like,
What?
really?
I'm gonna say, because we're on good terms now, I'm gonna say, for now,
My sweet wildflower. This dragon is telling me I must go out right now, and so I'm gonna leave. I'll be back, but I won't come back.
the middle of the night.
No, darling, I'm telling you, I'm not gonna come back without that whatever side stuff you want, I'll be back with you.
Oh, good. Before you go, could you give me a glass of water?
Well, I'm gonna pour a glass of water.
Hey.
Sassy.
Hey. Stop.
You're leaving in the
Real
middle of the
life
night, but
experience.
God forbid she wants water.
I told her I was
I don't
bringing
want to,
Labrosite to try to
Don't do me dirty.
appease her, make her not so mad.
Could you do that?
Yes, yes.
Just efficient.
You are going to take 1 point of exhaustion for having such a horrible night.
Mm.
Well, sort of. But you don't get well rested up, so. So that would mean disadvantage on ability checks.
Anything to my HP?
No,
No.
No.
no, not for a couple steps.
Does restoration counteract that?
Or
No, not lesser restoration. There
Greater
is a spell that
greater
will do
restoration
it.
does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just curious.
Yeah, it will go away on the next long rest.
Yeah.
Unless he has another exhaustion somehow.
Let the man sleep.
Anyways, as you sort of meander on into the distance, where are you going?
I'm gonna start walking to town. Is Vithak still with me?
So he's a summon at this point, so he's...
Oh, so his...
Yeah.
I have to call... I don't know. We'll wait on that. Because he doesn't die until he dies, so I don't want...
Or you don't, like, de-summon him, yeah.
Oh, so he can go away.
No, it's not like I'm gonna attack him or anything. I just wanted to ask him questions. I mean, this thing is millennia year old.
It was just to have one I answer. So we're gonna walk to the raised roof.
You're just waking everybody up.
I'm not. You didn't even know what I was gonna do.
Don't wake me up.
As you mosey over to the raised roof, I'd say you probably take a little bit of time. Eventually you see the morning light starting to peek over. You can see kind of the sunset on the horizon with this orange glow from the sun, and then it's behind it a little bit of pink and blue. As you guys wake up, sort of refreshed, Bosco is chilling in the raised roof really early. I'm assuming you... What does Bosco like to eat at the raised roof?
Oh, the breakfast buffet. I really like the croissants that they have.
The croissants. Excellent. So, actually, as you guys all sort of come to, you order a thing of croissants. You see that it's not Cedric in the mornings. There's actually like a brown kobold that walks over, and he's just wearing a couple of like brown, like a brown tunic and like a brown like loincloth around him, and he's sort of handing out eggs here and there, bacon, croissants.
He's a
And
what?
kobold. These are like small, like humanoid dragon things.
Little tiny.
Oh, yeah. The name's loincloth. Croissants, you say?
Yes, I just love the flakiness and it's so buttery.
I will go get you some. It's going to be 1 silver.
Yeah, sure, you can have that.
Excellent.
I thought this was complimentary though in my room, but if you need a silver, fine.
Complimentary, that's a big word.
Alright, I'll give the silver. I have no problem giving a silver.
As you guys come to, what do you guys do?
Cedric is making his bedroll very nice and neat and tight.
Zarzaros dons his armor immediately.
Cool.
I mean, I get up, I make a bit of noise. I'm kind of muttering while I'm packing the bedroll, and then I head downstairs pretty much as soon as I get up.
I think you would see Gax in the exact same spot that he was. I would try to wake up an hour earlier than everybody else to ritually cast Find Familiar.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
And the familiar that I like to summon is the exact same bird that I saw the night before.
The nightingale?
Yeah, the nightingale.
Awesome.
It says raven, but
I do as I
Formalities.
yeah.
I
just want to make sure.
I assume I'm like waking up and
Yeah.
I say I'm waking up and heading out as you're finishing up the spell, and I see him. Sentimental.
It is. It is. And you see like just a very pleasant smile.
My expression doesn't change, but I nod and then exit.
The
Yeah.
every fucking time. Aries.
Oh, I think I just roll my eyes at freaking Cedric putting away things so freaking neatly as I shove on my boots and just throw the cloth on the bed and like stomp off to get some breakfast.
Cool. As you guys head down, you see Bosco chilling there with couple of croissants. Gax, you'd actually get there as well. Anything for you, sir?
Do you have any meat? Breakfast meat?
Yeah, sausages, bacons, hams.
I'll take bacon, please.
Bacon is 1 silver.
Fine.
Ham? 1 bacon, 1 ham. Anything else?
Just a plain toast. Something light.
A plain toast, man.
I don't know, some bacon. Yeah. Actually, I want some croissant and I want some bacon. Please.
More croissants, more bacon.
Anything local?
I'll have to check it back.
Do you have any tea?
Tea, yes, we have tea.
I'll take tea.
Straight from Selcott.
Oh, I'll take some tea. My toast, thank you.
Goes, grabs it all. I say collectively it's gonna be like a gold for all these things. He brings you
I got
what
one
looks
toast.
to be like a tough, like hearty piece of like boar meat.
Ooh.
That's
You?
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's a single gold.
Yeah, I
For like
actually.
all of it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, then I'll throw
Oh,
down
yeah.
the gold.
How big
yeah.
is it? Is it like multiple bites or one good like?
Oh, this is like a full brisket of meat.
I'm grabbing it, and you just see this dragonborn who, he's not a sloppy guy, but all of a sudden he's just like right on this thing.
I have a feeling that
Cedric
two other
flinches
people are
in his
doing the
seat when he
exact
does
same
I was gonna
thing.
say, yeah, we're pretty much matching that energy.
Open up the hatch.
Cedric expects that from the lizard folk, but when Zarzan, he flinches in his seat as he's careful not to get the
Dainty.
toast crumbs anywhere. Kind of looks so. Yes.
That's so finesse.
Yes, absolutely.
My God. He's barbarics.
So when the tea's brought over, is it like with the little kettle and like
Yeah, a
all
little
that type
small
of stuff?
kettle, yeah.
Yeah. When I see that, I'll look over at you. Can I try something if you don't mind?
Oh, the tea.
Yes.
Please be my guest. Would you like me to pour you some?
Sure. Why not?
I pour it for him.
He hands me the tea. I take out the little baggie. I pinch a little bit, throw some in, and I just stir it.
I immediately go.
And I start drinking.
Drinking the bag.
No, I'm not drinking the entire bag. No, I'm just like
a pinch of the powder.
Yeah, like a pinch or two of the powder. Like I don't know how much is
It's
in
like
there, so I'm
he's
just kind of like
microdosing.
I'm microdosing. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm microdosing.
I'm looking around nervously and doing. What are you doing?
I'm having tea.
What is that? Did you get that off the car yesterday?
And he doesn't need it. Then I tie
What
it back
is
up
it?
and I put it in.
What is it?
It's a powder, obviously.
Yeah.
That does what?
That's what he's
You
trying to
sniffed
find out.
You sniffed it yesterday. You're drinking it today.
Yeah. That's kind of how you experiment.
idea what it is. It could be poison.
Oh, that's fine.
Cedric is bewildered.
Yeah.
Cedric is bewildered.
It's poison. Oh, that's fine. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, so you feel the similar kind of like that spiciness to it. You are gonna take the damage.
I forgot about that.
You take 2 points of fire damage.
Do I notice this? Can I tell that he's like in pain or anything? Can you do a medicine check on that or something?
Just give me an insight check.
Okay.
The DC is pretty high.
I'm rolling guidance on that.
He doesn't
too.
need to try and hide it, because, I mean...
I've been doing it for so long.
Insight, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a natural 1.
Ooh. Gax is just staring you down as he's drinking it.
Yeah, no, he doesn't seem to
Straight
flinch or
face.
anything.
Out of curiosity, am I also... I mean, I expect this from Gax. He experiments with all kinds of things. But am I familiar with the powder in and of itself?
Yeah, you are familiar with the powder. This is like basically like the equivalent of like a chili powder for the lizard folk. Like you would sprinkle it on dishes and things to like spice things up.
Okay.
I'm dumping this
but
into
in
tea
this
that's supposed to be,
form,
like,
it's-
nice.
It could be intoxicating in some way, some kind of drug.
I will say, Zarzaros, after getting his brisket, is finding a location where he's like got his back to the kobold. He doesn't really want to see him. He doesn't want to interact with them.
Cool. And yeah, so you actually increase your charisma by 2 for an hour.
Oh, look at that. That's kind of funny.
Are there any other? Oh, are
So
there any other?
after that hour, you're gonna gain strength, constitution, and dexterity by 2 for an hour.
Wait, after that, so after the hour of
After
charisma.
the hour of the charisma, but that hour after that, you feel like the constant urge to do physical tasks,
Yeah.
but you get 2 to all of the physical aspects of your stats.
Interesting.
Okay.
Are there any other?
I might want to
people?
try some of this at some point.
However, you would know from doing it before with Master Bubby that afterwards you suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And these effects don't stack or anything like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Interesting. Interesting.
However, I will say, give me a tasting something.
Perception.
Perception or investigation, whichever one you'd like, I guess.
Seems good. Oh. That is a 24.
24.
Yeah.
Survival if it's poison.
I mean, that's also high for me. So.
There is something wrong with this. There's something off about it.
Okay.
And you don't know how long it's going to take for any of the negative effects of what you just ingested to take over.
Gax.
He like flicks open his book and just starts writing it down, just for his own like sake, I guess, or for his own notes.
So now you have that basically had no smell
Mhm.
and 2 felt different ingesting it.
Yeah.
As you guys sort of finish up breakfast, where are we headed?
Is there anyone else eating other than us? Or just around other than us?
Oh, you mean around the party? Like,
Yeah, there's a few patrons from the inn that are just sort of like getting, like they're looking a bit disheveled as they're heading out and getting ready to get their quick breakfast and go on to whatever their work for the day is.
Is Kieran playing chess at his usual spot?
You don't see Kieran.
Oh,
It's not up this early.
tragic. Okay.
Yeah, he's either not up this early or he doesn't come during the day and he's only there during the evenings for a specific slot of time. You're not quite sure. You've only been here for a day.
I don't investigate too hard. I mostly just glance over.
With that, let's take a break real quick and then we'll come right back. Welcome back. So yeah, you guys are sort of finishing up breakfast. Is there anything else you'd like to sort of converse before you guys head out for the day?
Before I'm quite finished, like I'm still like gnawing on the last bits of it, you guys do notice all of a sudden I'm like staring at you three. And then as I finish, again, staring, before,
Why are you here?
It's a good question. Why are you here? We could ask the same one.
Don't answer a
Deflection.
question
There we
with
go.
a question. Answer his question. Because I got your armor fixed, and now I'm wondering why I should even show you where Macy Shadow Mouse is today.
Alright. I'm gonna step out and be like, listen. Actually, not listen. I don't want to give away any of yours things.
You're your own character.
I know, but I didn't want to like drag you in with me. I was like, crap. Listen, I want to find out about somebody called Greywither. I don't know if any of you have heard them. That's what I care about. So if you have any information, I would love if you could share it. And I'll let my friend speak for himself.
That's the only reason you got on that boat?
That's all I need to worry about right now.
Well,
Okay?
it sounds like I'm not sharing much of what I have to tell either.
Okay, well what about all your little dragon mess last night? You gonna share any of that with us?
I
Why are
don't
you
know
here and not
you.
with Darley?
I don't know you. I don't have to
No
tell
making no
you
sense.
anything.
I have a question. When I look at my notes and I control F Grey Withers, the Kieran, he's part of the Grey Weathers or the Grey
Withers.
He's part of the Grey Withers.
Yes.
Did I just type that incorrectly?
Yeah.
So she
And
says
you heard
that-
me say that.
So she says that.
So I've opened up the door
and
for us.
I've now made it that Kieran is a Grey Wither. And I know that the Grey Withers are a trading unit, a trading like
Some sort
conglomerates.
of business conglomerate, yeah.
Oh no! Before you say that, I'm.
They actually go
He's
by
being
house
all buff,
Grey
but I'll
No,
give him a
no,
little.
no.
I'll give him a little more.
Cedric sipping his tea. He usually agrees with. He goes. just eyes wide for a sec. But he like
else?
continue with grilling Bosco.
I'm not grilling Bosco. Bosco's
Could I do an
grilling
insight
me.
check on that?
I'm trying to give him
If
a
you
little
made a
bit
facial
more.
expression?
I'd say you just see it.
Yeah, I'm not
I
hiding
need to
it.
roll.
I'm not hiding it. When I'm drinking my tea, I'm very open about who I am.
You feel at peace.
I
You're
feel at
kryptonite.
You
peace.
just like let it all happen.
It's just.
I don't remember what the last thing Bosco said. What he was getting buck with me. So I'm moving this way because I feel like I can't see you. Basically, I'm looking for this group of people. They've got a lot of shady business where I'm from back home, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I can't give you all the details, but I'm sure from everything I've seen and heard so far, they're not well liked by people here either. At least that seemed to be the vibe we got from Macy.
It does seem like there's some contention between the factions in this port city.
And from what I gather, they have a bunch of ships that come here. So I'm trying to figure out a little bit more what's going on with them. I don't have that much information, so I'd like to find out more. That's part of why I'm here.
Why?
That's part of why I'm here. I don't have much more information,
Well,
Bosco.
I just gotta know why.
I
You
don't
just-
think this is an open Q&A forum.
I'll stop asking. I won't
Do they have
know.
Q&A forums where we are? Does anyone get that reference?
You see on one of the bulletin boards, QA forum.
Okay.
Take a number. Take Everyone fill one out.
I made a confused face. I look at the bulletin. I'm like, oh, okay.
I mean, forms. Okay. I'm not gonna get it. It's off topic.
And I look at my buddy here to see if he's gonna back me up or add anything else to it. I give him a little look.
Bosco, they have something they shouldn't. Perhaps your own whatever happened last night would be a clue.
Well, thank you for sharing, because Aries over there didn't exactly make that connection. But if you're wondering about Vathak, that's where this conversation starts and ends.
Oh,
Oh, so I get slammed,
We
even
give
though I
you
told you a little bit
everything.
from my home, where I'm from, and why I came, and that they're shady, but I'm gonna be slammed. I'm about to throw a dagger near his head. No, just kidding.
Do we notice that he's exhausted?
Yes, Bosco looks deeply tired. I'm disheveled. He did not get a good sleep. He's got bags under his eyes. Yeah.
Disheveled.
I'm gonna make a note.
Pregnant girlfriend, that's what'll do it to you.
I'm
This
gonna
stays up all
ask.
night.
I'm gonna ask point blank. Bosco, did Darcy kick you out of bed or something? Why are you so tired?
I left.
You left what? Your house?
Yes.
Why did you leave?
Because I want to help you.
You as
Insight
in
check.
us?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sure. Your deception is insight.
Okay.
13.
14.
You clock it. Yeah, Bosco, he clocks you not being fully truthful.
What kind of bargain did you strike with this dragon?
I've had that gem for quite some time now. And I got, that was really the first. Just poof, dragon in the kitchen.
how long have you had it?
The better part of a few years.
How many years?
Four.
Where'd you find? What? I missed that. Did you say where he found the egg, or you just?
He just
4
said how
years ago.
long
But he's had it.
Oh, where'd you find the egg? Bosco.
Am I required to
No,
share?
you're not required.
You are-
You're not required.
This is you.
I'm just asking a question.
Yeah,
like
no,
you were asking
I
a
didn't
question
cast
to me.
any kind of spell or anything on you,
Yeah.
so you're like, you can, whether we can say
You
insight.
could tell the
Just-
truth. You
yeah,
could be
I'm just
creative.
curious.
And
Yeah.
lie.
I'll answer that question if you answer a question of mine. I once met a blue dragonborn monk. Seemed really out of place over here. Like not all good intentions.
You see Nixel pipes up. Did you say a blue? Did you say a blue dragonborn?
Yes. Ever since that encounter, I've
What
been...
was his name? You know his name?
No, I don't know his name.
Fuck.
But he was with... He was with the higher-ups in the Crow's Vigil.
Like Cork?
Exactly. Cork.
You see Nixel sort of pull out his, like one of the pieces of his pistol and just starts sort of like spinning it because it is kind of like a revolver. Agitated.
Not the fully formed revolver. It's just the
Just like
cylinder.
the piece.
Just the
Yeah.
cylinder portion.
And what was your question? Now that mine has been answered.
I am so confused right now because you didn't ask a question.
What was your question?
Nobody said I'll answer if you answer my question. But
I
you never-
found out kind of,
Okay,
a little
okay. I just
more
wanna
about
make sure.
the blue,
Don't
the
think I
blue
was cheating.
dragonborn with the.
Oh, where did you find the egg? If...
Oh, I guess I have all the reason to trust you guys. It was from That blue dragonborn.
Why am I getting Muffin Man vibes with the ginger? Do you know the Muffin Man?
Muffin Man?
I was sneaking around in the nest, and they were doing a bit of gambling, and I watched his every move, and I learned, and that was the wager. I beat him once the higher ups left. I beat him in this little gambling game, and yeah, he gave me this gem, and now I'm not sure if he was giving it to me as a reward, or if he was like, screw this guy, this dragon. Well, that's the honest truth. How I got this. The rest I don't know.
Is that blue dragonborn still around? Still there?
I've asked all around Port Fisher for him. No one seems to know.
Can I do an insight check on that? On the I got it from beating this dragonborn in a game of cards or whatever.
Yeah. Bosco, you can roll persuasion or deception. Don't tell me which.
19.
9.
Yeah, no, he seems to be being forthright at this present time. It seems to be in fair enough amount of detail that it's a convincing enough story.
When you say gem, was it not a normal dragon egg when you had it, before it hatched?
No, it was a gem.
Not obsidian in nature or like an egg at all?
Just a beautiful gem. Egg-shaped,
What was
but it was a beautiful gem.
what was the gem's color? Is it black?
Blue.
The picture I have of it, it's like
It's like a light blue, gray, maybe a little white sprinkled.
Either way.
Do I have any... Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. No, you're good.
Do I have any descriptor of what it looks like? I know what it says in here, but do I have any descriptor of... Like, would he have told me...
Give me an
what
intelligence check for your memory.
Just straight intelligence?
Yep.
15.
He is describing the exact thing that you were tasked to find.
Anyway, it's not a normal dragon anyways. Like I've said, it's something different, something older, something more akin to this. And then I point to the bird that's on my shoulder, and I make it like poof in and out. Like you see it, it's on my shoulder. It's like this starry little bird with like constellations and stars moving around its body. It's on my shoulder, and then it just like puffs out and disappears completely, and then it just reappears on my shoulder. On the other shoulder, we'll go with. It's something like this.
And what is that?
A familiar. My familiar.
So you're okay with that answer?
Her name is Nyx.
Nyx?
Nyx. N-Y-X. Yeah.
If we're all being open, why do you want the stone? And what the hell is that powder?
You can try some if you want to find out.
Do it.
Can I actually do a persuasion check?
Cedric does
Yes,
not.
can I give him advantage for it? Does anyone
You
do
roll
it?
persuasion, you roll a charisma saving throw.
Do I get
Can you
advantage?
get advantage for me over here chanting do it?
Can I guidance
Yeah,
myself
yeah,
on
advantage.
this?
I will answer.
No, not at the
I will
moment.
answer your question if you do.
Oh my god, Cedric does not.
Can he get advantage from me? Like,
Wait, what is this? A whip?
Yeah, with the do it,
Alright,
yeah,
you
sure.
can, yeah, you can get advantage.
Advantage.
What am I
on
rolling?
the
What am
I
I
rolled
rolling
with
for?
advantage. This is perfect.
What am I rolling for?
And it
saving
worked out.
Charisma saving.
It worked
Yeah.
out.
Are
So
they,
it's just my
are they
pressure.
risen you up enough to like convince you to do this?
So I'm.
Go on.
We're banging on
What's
these
your
tables.
DC?
My
Oh,
okay, so I'm gonna roll
I
and then
rolled a
add my
natural
charisma.
20 for
Oh
22.
my god!
This is the third one today.
So I have to roll a 20.
I rolled a
with my
6
plus
and
two
then
to
I
crit.
rolled
You
a
need a
20.
crit.
I was like,
Nice.
Yes.
Peer pressure
Gosh,
with the
my
wonderful
gosh.
thing.
No, it is. It's a nat 20 plus 2.
Oh my god!
Wow!
I swear to God.
That's crazy.
so
So
cool.
Oh my
Chat,
gosh.
clip that.
You feel them just like starting to get a little bit rowdy, like, do it, and you're like,
Do it.
oh, I don't really want to do it. And you're like,
Rises above peer pressure.
No, I'm not doing
Can I do, if I get it that close, can I do a medicine check on what it is?
I'll just tell you.
Oh, you
Uh,
just tell me?
Yeah.
You're here trying to make me take it.
He's having a little fun.
Yeah, exactly.
teasing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
if
not
he's
often
gonna
that
tell
we
you,
get
then-
to see humans.
Exactly.
I put it
Yeah,
down.
as you put it down, you go to sort of like inspect it a little bit and like try and figure it out. Gax can.
There are two uses for it. In lizard folk culture, it's used as a spice, cooking spice.
Oh, so it's just to add flavor to things.
Yeah.
Why didn't you say so?
Well, 'cause you kept calling me a junkie, so
I didn't call
Yeah.
you actually.
you had a suspicious
Well, you said
suspicious
it-
look about
You said it had more than one purpose. What is the other purpose for?
recreational use.
So it is. So, you were gonna make me take this?
I mean, doesn't hurt you.
I pray to Elmira as a quick sorry for being in this situation. Like,
Builds character.
Forgive me.
Dax is like chuckling to himself with like the tisk noise, like this.
Honestly, seeing
You're a healer and you put that poison in your body? You ruined perfectly good tea?
I mean, it doesn't. Well, it hurts a little bit going down, but to be honest, at this point, hurts a little bit going down, but like it doesn't kill you. I'm at an old friend showed me it. Somebody who is a lot wiser in both the medicine and stars, and they told me it was okay. But this one is specifically different. This one's weird.
That's what they all say.
Do have I ever encountered Master Bubby? I don't believe I have.
No.
Okay.
I look at you, your description of whoever your master, I'm like, that's what they all say. I'm getting nowhere with you. What about you? Why do you want the stone?
He kind of stares at you, and this time he actually kind of looks around and looks down. He actually pulls out the flail and unwraps it, puts it on the table.
I found this when I was in the wastes.
I will point at it and say, I don't know what this is, but that has immense magical power because I felt it from yesterday when I got overdosed on magical energy when I did detect magic. So I know that has immense magical energy.
I know.
I'm sure you do. Why do you have it?
Like I said, I came across it while I was in the wastes.
Okay, then why did you keep it?
Because it revealed to me that all the lizardmen affected by the plague have runes on them.
Hearing that, Gax will pull out his medical journal book and flip to the pages with the lizard folk and just kind of show you the
Okay.
runes that he's tracked and stuff like that. He specifically does not show yours. So.
Well,
Can I-
mine is on the
Yeah.
on my arm.
Can I
As
see
you
on
say
your arms?
runes, as you say runes, Bosco, is your arm rune visible?
I would say it's partially obscured, but not entirely covered. Like you could see more than about half.
Bosco, I need you to just make a perception check with advantage. Actually, it would be a normal roll because you're at disadvantage from the exhaustion.
14.
Yeah, you clock this rune, and hearing the word rune, you immediately look up and you realize that you can read that rune now.
Oh, yes.
And what it comes out to say is the judge.
Wow.
You're not saying anything, are you?
I've said like some like pretty basic stuff. I feel how I got this egg, whoop-de-doo. Like that's nothing deep. So
Can any of us
I'm not,
detect him noticing that? Like he look at him reading his arm.
I mean, he was pretty solemn, so I'm not gonna.
I'm talking to you, so I'm assuming I'm not looking
Exactly.
at him.
Well, that doesn't explain why you want the stone. That just explains why you have that.
He explained previously that the stone is a part of that.
A part
This
of
will-
the flail?
That stone will complete Plague Breaker.
It's called Plague Breaker.
That is the name I have chosen.
Okay.
I love it.
So
That's
weird.
what I do.
I was waiting for Bosco to go cringe.
Loincloth
Okay, well-
comes over.
Any alcohol for me, Lord?
It's 8 in the morning.
Don't tempt me.
I'll take a breakfast beer.
Sure thing.
Thanks.
Of course you.
With that exchange, after Kobold leaves, I do turn and I swivel my head. I don't move my body, but I swivel my head and I look at you, Zarzaros.
You seem to know what that stone contains or possesses in terms of power.
I know that it can be dangerous. Do you remember the hole I had in my armor?
I don't know if I believe I.
You saw us come off the
You
ship.
would have seen it.
Okay.
For
following you,
relentlessly stalking us.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah.
yeah. I just didn't point it out. Yeah.
The stone, was it?
Or a part of it? Because it wasn't.
It was the
It was
the
the
thing that we
being
fought. Like was
held
at,
it.
yeah. Okay, I mean I can. The thing that dropped that stone is similar to the beings we fought. Did anyone grab the things from yesterday? I just realized that. After we killed them, you said there were like little. They dropped little things.
nobody
Did anyone
grabbed
grab them?
And yeah, there were two.
No.
There were two pieces of mica, a tentacle
Yeah.
piece.
Did we grab? Did anyone grab that?
No,
No.
come on, y'all. I was hiding, so I didn't see it.
Damn,
I
we
would've
just
grabbed
left it there.
20 gold.
It might still be
It was
there.
him who did the investigation, so if he didn't grab it, then.
Tragic. Okay, that was a bummer. But
The guards showed up too fast.
You
How
needed
are
that
we
gold.
seated in the room? Just like a
Hmm.
like same as this,
Probably-
or
It's kind of like a long 7-8 foot table with a couple bar chairs and stools intermixed.
Okay. But yeah, that was so the things we fought yesterday. It was similar to those. But it didn't have a form. It was just a goop, and when we defeated it, it burned a hole in his armor and dropped the stone.
That's interesting.
Tell me, how will this complete your flail, this plague breaker?
Is there an obvious insert or?
There is a piece broken on it, yeah.
I have the
It's
flail in the
within
table.
that
Yeah.
ruby center of it.
I point.
There.
So why did that stone make that monster? Is that your fault?
No.
Do you know why that happened?
Why do you think I'm trying to complete it? I'm trying to know.
And who tasked you with knowing?
Well, seeing as I'm not the only one, that's formed a bond with something. That is also something I need to know. But that won't happen. Everything requires some kind of transaction in this world.
Then what's your transaction for the stone?
Complete.
Inspiration for that word. Transaction.
Nice.
Sorry, what was your question?
If everything requires a transaction, what are you gonna pay for the stone?
I complete the flail.
And we help them with the Grey Withers.
Yes.
That is the transaction.
I'm gonna nudge. Sorry. Like,
I would
there
like.
are other options, but honestly, I'd rather not take that route.
Same with me.
Do I detect malice with that?
Yeah.
Not with me.
The
No, with him it's genuine.
the
With
time
with
is
me,
coming
it's a
when
little
Bosco
bit
meet
more-
Macy Shadow Mouse. This conversation must end. Guys, I think it's time we gotta go. We got a way to go meet Macy. This conversation can be resumed another time.
why is he ending this so quickly? Can't. Sorry for this. Like,
he-
why is he trying to change the subject?
As he says that, you
You
hear
can
in
roll some insight.
you hear in
I
your
also want to know
head,
because I was gonna say something.
Can you
13.
promise that no
nat
harm will
20.
come to anyone with your flail?
You don't give him that gem.
That was
He
in his
didn't.
head.
It was in my head.
sorry.
And I can't
Sorry.
respond.
Okay,
Sorry.
but
I
for
got
the-
Can't
I got a
respond
nat
in your
20
head.
plus
Alright,
7.
The insight that you can gain from him hurrying the conversation along is that he's either tired or very uncomfortable about what's being talked about.
Well, we know now.
At the mention of helping with the Grey Withers, sorry.
I felt weird too. I thought they were actually talking.
I will do my utmost not to harm anyone.
You see these two sort of just like staring at each other and not saying anything for like a couple seconds.
He actually did say
I did
that,
say that.
but you
Oh,
didn't
okay.
hear me say anything. I was just staring at him, and then he said that.
And when you did speak into my mind, I kind of look a little wild at you, and then return to my composure.
May I stealthily walk over to Ares here, who's not engaged in this conversation?
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Well, you're not like face to
Okay, yeah.
face.
I'm
like,
just being nosy.
may I?
Bosco's making me
I'm,
nervous.
I need to.
Slowly creep your way
I'm
over.
gonna
and
give
they
her a
definitely are gonna be able to see that, but like
I mean,
I
you're
can
getting up from the
you
middle
can
of
my
the
intentions-
table.
give
my
me,
intentions
give me
are
a
elsewhere.
stealth roll.
I'm gonna. My stealth roll. The action will be Bosco walks over with a croissant and goes to hand Ares a croissant. As disguise, it's a 23 to disguise my whispering as I hand her a croissant.
Wait, you're disguising your whispering.
I'm stealthily walking over with a croissant. I'm gonna whisper something in your ear.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Sure,
Normal.
I'd say with a 23, you're gonna succeed because their passive perception isn't that high.
Okay.
Not yet, anyway.
I'll get there. Though.
So I will get
I
there.
think Gax has the highest with like 16 or something.
Yeah.
So as Bosco walks over and hands you this lovely croissant, you're gonna hear, "Don't give him that stone."
Oh, now I'm mad.
Well, you didn't hear that.
I didn't hear that.
This.
I'm mad. My character doesn't know about this yet.
I'm like, what? Just gonna be like, why? Quietly whispering.
Well, I know I walk away. That's just the whisper you get, and I keep going. I don't want him to see me.
At the mention of the Grey Withers, I will chime in. Cedric chimes in and says, about the Grey Withers, that man that you somehow beat in Dragon Chess yesterday.
Kirik.
Kieran.
Kieran.
Oh,
Kieran.
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 Thank you.
Kieran Agravar.
Kieran.
Goddamn.
That man
Yeah, I
you
know.
beat
Sorry.
that man you beat in chess yesterday miraculously is a great wither. And I say that at you guys.
That's good to know.
Well, we'll definitely have to talk to him.
And I have my own reasons for wanting to speak to him, and I am no fan of the Grey Withers myself. So I think we should come play a game with him next time he's around. And I kind of just show my dragon chess set to show that I am pretty proficient in dragon chess.
Why do you not like them?
You hail from this, well, maybe not you, but you hail from the same lands that I do. And they are up to no good. And I don't think I need to explain that to you.
What are they doing, per se? I mean, you called it shady, and you were saying no good, but...
Exploitation of the needy, any sick and twisted, evil, shadowy, corrupt things you can think of. This organization has been up to. And they have connections to pull this off that you have not seen. And if you say, who was it that said that you said, and if you say they come around here and do business often?
Well, what I gather from what we heard with Macy, I think, right, about the ships that come here. Yeah. I don't know, but that's what I heard. Yeah.
I would want to personally stay way clear of them.
Well, I'm willing to help. You had me at the sick and needy, but my friend needs something as well, so I'll only go if he goes.
Wait, what were you saying you wanted to talk to him about? Didn't you say you wanted to talk to him about something?
About the powder.
No, not him. Kieran, you said two things just now. I can't remember what
I
you
said I have my own reasons to want to talk to him.
Oh, and what are your reasons for wanting to talk to him?
What is he doing here?
But you don't want to be anywhere near them. You just said that you don't want to
I
go
don't,
anywhere
but
near them.
if they're gonna be around here, I want to know why.
Well, I want to be near them and all up in their business, so it's gonna take me a little
I
bit
think
different
that-
path than you. If you're trying to stay clear.
Aries, I think this requires finesse.
Oh, I've got finesse. When it's time. And I got this big shield here.
And
When
since
I don't have it.
since we don't know what they're here for, and you say you're willing to help, why
Well,
don't we
my willingness to help is contingent on
On the
one
stone. We don't know just yet what that stone holds. So why don't we keep the stone for after we figure out what the Grey Withers are doing, to not have you run off on us.
He won't. That's kind of the condition.
I would love to be a help to you. However, we just met yesterday. Give it some time. I want to know that this thing isn't going to turn, do something. He says it holds immense magical energy.
Similarly,
We have to protect the lives of all. I can't have it just going rogue.
That sounds like something someone with regret would say. Oh, I have no regrets with my conviction.
Oh, gosh. We're like,
Damn.
His intelligence is up
can only
here.
have
You
one.
feel so small right now after that. Oh my god.
we're all like, just take a sip of whatever.
I
My
think it's
deeds
time
will prove
to leave.
myself.
I hope they do, and I hope that mine also do.
And I don't know. I don't know how to
Well,
turn
at the end of that,
Yeah.
Gax will look at you now and say, "How do we not know you'll run off when we're done helping you?
Wait, aren't you?
Transactions is how I do business.
I pledge it on her mercy.
I don't know her."
That was also good.
Inspiration.
Yay!
books are on it.
Can I have I heard of this name? Her Mercy.
Yeah, both the lizards give me religion checks.
Have I heard of Her Mercy as a follower of Ilmater?
Religion checks.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I've only been rolling natural 20s this
Yeah,
time. It's another
Yeah.
natural 20.
That's
I had
4.
another natural
Stop
20.
stealing them.
That's 4.
8.
I swear to God, I'm not
He
doing
stole the
anything.
green dice.
Loaded
No,
dice.
that's not
Video.
Dice.
And I will say this, I've been switching back and forth. Like, I've been rolling one, then rolling
That
the
is
other.
true.
You're sharing the love.
Yeah.
So, you would know that Her Mercy, the paladins of Her Mercy are sort of, they're paladins of one of the draconic deities, Tamara.
Oh.
You would know this as well, and that these paladins are usually those with bad beginnings. They've done something horrible in their past, and Tamara gives them a second chance. She's the goddess, the dragon goddess of forgiveness, of mercy, of a fresh start. She's a platinum dragon
Oh, okay.
who is basically tied in some way to another platinum dragon named Lendys, who is like a greater draconic deity of like justice, and not just like Bahamut level justice of like lawful good justice. This is harsh
Oh,
justice.
it's like scorch earth, like
This
you fuck up,
is-
you die type of deal.
This is you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Alright, cool,
Justice.
cool. And they're connected somehow?
Is said in lore that Lendys and Tamara created Bahamut together.
Oh. Dang. Okay.
Like
Yeah.
they are his birth
Parents.
parents.
Yeah. Wow.
This was
this
in
is this
this
is
was in
old,
session
old.
1. This is
Yeah.
session 1, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Or not?
damn.
No,
Session
pre
zero?
session 0.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Wait, here's
Dirt,
another-
dirt. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give off. I don't think I gave off any sense that I knew who she was when I was talking to you, so just gonna roll with that.
But you do know who
Oh, she
the
is
paladins
now.
of Her Mercy are.
Yeah.
Then you lied when you say you don't know her.
Well, no, I think it was along the lines of like I don't know her, and then I thought about it, and I was like, oh shit, I do know her.
Mercy.
But yeah,
Also-
I'm just gonna like.
Never.
Well, no.
No, I'm gonna leave that for later.
Sorry. So her mercy, and you see Gax kind of like, almost kind of like reading something that's not there, almost like trying to jog his own memory.
Tomorrow.
You also make the connection with the silver or the platinum dragon that is sort of like on his shield at that point.
Gax, I laughed to myself. You were right. His past is dark.
I wouldn't say dark. I would say mistakes were made.
So you're searching for a recompense?
Redemption.
Redemption
That-
from what?
From past deeds.
Loincloth comes over to you, Zarzros, and starts to like maneuver his hand in and around to try and
Slap
pick
it.
up your plate.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
I apologize, my lord. I did not know that you didn't want me to take the plate. I'm sorry.
You may take it. Just next time, ask, perhaps.
Sure thing.
Can I do an insight check?
Give me
No.
inspiration.
Yeah, you just.
Can I do an insight?
I don't know. Probably not. I'm trying to take inspiration tonight.
Y'all's
I mean, these-
conversation is inspiring me.
Can I, once I
These
have two
interactions are very much on.
Yeah, 100%. Everyone that wants to can roll insight.
Alright, that's when I'm going to use the inspiration.
No, I'm happy not rolling a set on that one.
Oh,
I got 12.
20, I got
11.
12.
21.
17? Yeah.
I didn't roll.
He don't care.
The 21 and 17, you get the sense of, from prior on in the conversation, he kind of wasn't looking at the kobold at first, and then the second altercation that he had with him, and being rather frustrated with the conversation that's being thrust upon him at that present time, you see a glimpse of anger enter this paladin.
Am I able to make a connection between the conversation and what he did? Like, in the sense of he,
You're not quite sure if the conversation itself is what's angering him, or if he's got a past with kobolds, or if he looks down upon them, or if he...
So I feel like my own thought process is I've never seen he's been a very cool-headed person since we've met, other than when we're talking about the stone. I've never seen him act in that general way to any other race other than a kobold.
Correct. You haven't not seen his behavior until now.
Until now. So I see. And Gax just kind of like laughs to himself for a minute.
Zarzaros kind of just hangs his head and...
Redemption is a long road, but at least you're starting.
You're right.
Or start dead.
I've met people that aren't worth redeeming, but that speaks not of you.
I appreciate that.
I don't know you. You don't know me. You'll see.
To Macy, then, or do you have any more questions? Sorry. Go on.
I never asked what you guys had against the Grey Withers.
I thought we just said some of this.
What you didn't tell me why you were looking for them.
No, yeah. It's about the shady business and stuff like that.
Well, I said
Thank you, Gax.
I got you.
Thank you, Gax.
Well, didn't I say they were shady
I got
business?
good notes.
Didn't I say they were shady business?
No,
No.
you agreed with me later. You
Yeah.
said, like Gary said, shady
Oh,
business. You
okay.
just went into way more descriptive
But what?
details.
But what specifically do you have with them? What
Well, that's-
dealings do you have with them?
I think shady.
I think shady business is what we're getting for now.
Yes. I think it's probably what you have and more. That's the sense I'm getting.
Okay. I'm okay with that answer.
To Macy's then?
Yes.
I don't even know that.
No, that was good. That was perfect.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm ready to change subjects.
It's amazing.
Got to go buy some new clothes.
My character's so
Yeah.
My character's
Cool. So yeah, you guys pack up
Catching everybody.
and finally head out on your day. A wonderful sort of, you can smell the salt of the ocean sort of on your nose. Bosco, what is something you smell in the city that you love?
I like, you know, markets everywhere, and there's freshly baked bread at the market.
Cool.
And,
Croissants even?
yes, well, yes.
Or
So yeah, you guys get this ocean breeze mixed with like fresh loaves of bread being baked in the distance in these markets. You can smell some exotic spices here and there that are sort of just wafting throughout the air. People are out and about. Horses traveling by carrying just large barrels and crates of different goods and things. And you guys said you're heading to the town hall then?
Yes, to see Macy.
Sure. As you walk down the main street where you guys can see multiple kind of like lizard folk carriages and things that are kind of being taken through the city and eventually would make their way to Asgora in the distance for the natives of the land. You see, eventually you make it, it's about a half a mile. It comes pretty close actually to where the Sneaky Goose was. It's just a little bit further, another 100, 200, 300 feet. And you see in front of it, there's just these beautiful fountains that are in tribute to what you guys see is like it's made of copper in the center of the fountain. And the lizard folk, Zarzros and Bosco, you would know this to be Joruk the Brazen, the copper dragon. And the water's just crystal clean. It's flowing wonderfully in front of the town, in front of the town hall. Across from the commons, there's a couple of guards on duty, and you can see that in these commons there's like a raised area with a couple of like stocks, which there's a couple of like petty criminals that you can see who don't look necessarily horrible, like they haven't been there for days on end. It's like 1 or 2 days, and then eventually they serve their punishment. Atop the town hall, which is 2 stories, you can see what looks to be a large bell tower. And you guys can see guards moving in and out of the town hall, sort of escorting people. However, one of the main concerns that you see walking up towards it is you can see that there's a couple of protesters that sort of started. It's got multiple races and species within it. You can see a couple dragonborn, elves, humans, a couple of other like races, halflings occasionally here and there. And you can see based on their chanting that they're charging kind of like the Crow's Vigil and Veshians, so the lizard folk. They're condemning the Veshians for starting the plague, mostly. And then on the opposite end,
that tracks.
you can see that a lot of them believe that something has to be done about the Crow's Vigil, and that their gang has sort of like increased looting and has been like attacking and killing guards at night. So it's a 2-pronged protest, and it's surprising to you that there's like multiple halflings on both sides of it, right? These must be halflings that either aren't part of the Crow's Vigil or like brand new to town and they haven't been. They're just right. You can also see something else happening is that they are calling for a representative named Foxfire. You can see on one of their signs, replace and recuse Macy Shadowmouse. Recuse meaning to sort of like remove this person from office for impartiality. You can see a couple of guards that are sort of, there's 2 guards on each side of the large like wooden Zarethian doors that are standing guard, but they're not asking purpose of entry or anything. They're just sort of standing there with their spear and their kettle helms. Bosco, you feel right at home here. Again, it's a large 2-story building. One side of the building looks to be some sort of like multi-purpose room where like town meetings would occur to discuss things. And then the top sections look to have like smaller rooms, sort of like where offices and small individual meetings are held. So yeah, as you guys sort of like approach and sort of walk in, and take this scene in. I'll ask really quickly, are you disguising or no?
Ooh, I think I'm not. I think I'm gonna put a hood up. I'm not gonna disguise because disguise only lasts for an hour, and I have to keep recasting it if it lasts more than an hour. So I'd rather just go with something that just conceals my overall form.
So you. Sorry, I will.
I'm not just using disguise self.
Cool.
I'm just concealing my form.
Alright. As you guys are sort of walking in, you see two guards are sort of like holding on to this kind of like dirty, sweaty human who's in chains. He's in manacles around his arms. And they're taking him out the door. You can see he's fighting a little bit. And as he makes eye contact with both of you, he goes, "What are you looking at, you filthy ridgebacks?" and sort of spits on you, Gax.
The human has it?
Yeah.
The guards have them?
Yeah, and the guards have him. As he sort of speaks up, they sort of wrench him a little bit tighter. And you can see that they're taking him to the stocks. As you get inside, smaller area with like some clerk workstations who sort of like would check you in for like an appointment or something are there, and then you can see what look to be two guards that wait inside as well with a like a wooden staircase that would go up to the second floor. There's a couple of other people in here, but they all seem to be either holding a couple of pieces of paper, or like maybe they've got some labor orders or deeds or titles of things that they're trying to get signed and finished up.
When they start, like, after he spits on me and the guards walk away, I give a glance to you, and then my bird flies off my shoulder and it follows them.
Okay. Yeah, so as your bird sort of follows that, they are locking him up good in the stocks. You can give me a perception check if you want to hear something.
Oh, yeah. So then, I guess as I do that, I'll grab your shoulder, Argar, and my eyes go white.
I look at you and
Perception. Huh. Fucking bird. 7.
No more nat 20s.
Nope, no more nat 20s.
A 7?
Yeah, 7.
Yeah, it follows pretty closely, but you don't hear much more than a couple of mutterings here and there. He's still cursing the lizard folk,
Yeah.
but he's kind of just muttering under his breath at this point. The guards have kind of shut him up, and they're sort of like hitting him with his stick to get him where he's supposed to go. And as soon as they sort of like put the stocks down on him, the other guards take over and they sort of start to head back in.
Okay. One of the actions that it says Raven, but again, but one of the actions is mimicry. My bird is going to stand right in front of him and just stare at him and start whispering the most heinous shit this guy's ever heard. It's a DC 10 Wisdom Insight check if they can hear it like properly or not. But my bird is like just sowing discord in this man's heart right now, like
Vicious fuckery.
yeah, pretty much.
He rolled a 17.
Yeah, so he's hearing my bird talk the most heinous shit he's ever heard in his entire life right in front of his face. And then I'm just gonna black out. So I go back. I'm with them.
Stupid bird.
Oh, it's just gonna stay there.
Yeah, it's just a lot of fucking cursing
Those
back
chirps.
and forth.
Yep. Yeah, that's him. Yep, the church. The guy just
Awesome.
kind of laughs to himself and keeps going.
I bet that was cathartic.
I was either going to poison him later or do this now, and I figured I shouldn't kill anybody in this town. So
sometimes harsh judgment can be in unusual forms.
Gax, at this point, the second effect kicks in.
Oh, oh shit. Okay. I'm here with it.
Does
Punishment goes round and round
his
and round.
posture change? Does he have any physical difference in him? Can I roll it in like
I did.
perception or
Rolled
something?
another check. It was a 22.
You just get super energized, and you have every intention of doing something physical.
Oh no.
Okay.
Just start doing some body squats.
No.
Body roll.
Sorry. I'm trying to. So
Start
you said
dancing.
it's strength, dexterity, and constitution that are all up by 2 now.
Sick.
For an hour.
All right. That's my strength goes to 15, my dex goes to 19, my constitution goes to 20.
Crazy.
That's still checks out. Such as +6. Alright, Gax, after just talking about poisons, that is now his only thought in his head. I have to do something.
I'll be back.
And then you see Gax just like sprint out of this place. I'm gonna find the nearest
Anime
apothecary.
style.
Yeah, I'm gonna find the nearest apothecary.
Now we're turning on.
You're finding the nearest apothecary.
Apothecary.
Alright.
I'm gonna go buy myself some poisons. I'm gonna go make something for this fucker.
Gax gets super energized, and you just see him bolt out the door the other way.
I look at everyone. I'm like, I told you. See,
That's why I'm here. He has to come back eventually. He'll get it out of his system.
Yeah.
you shouldn't have put it in his system.
I'm that drunk friend that like after they get wicked drunk, they're like, "Let's go on an adventure," and then they're like running down the street, and you have to catch them. Like that's me.
So real quick, let's do the apothecary real quick.
Yeah.
What are you looking for exactly?
I think Gax is looking for any type. He is not happy with what that guy did to him, especially since that this is probably the first form of like racism he's ever felt, I guess. So Gax is going to look for specific plants that can mimic the plague.
Sure.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's like, guess what? I just told everybody to burn anybody that has the plague. You're gonna get fucking
Give
burned.
me a survival check.
Yeah.
So you're not necessarily looking for an apothecary. You're looking for
Um,
herbs.
Yeah, I guess I'll run out. Yeah, I mean, hey, I need to get this
book
in
a
my system.
mile out
Yeah.
outside the city and grab some herbs and come back.
Yeah.
Give me a survival check.
Do we see him come back?
He'll show up.
22. Got a 22.
22.
I want to.
Totally, I'd say you definitely
Find some toxic plants that you can sort of like use a maceration to sort of
Before
get together.
before he goes up to this person, I want to see. Do I notice if he's going back to us or to this person?
Oh, I haven't even made the poisons or anything like that.
Oh yeah,
yet.
no,
All
this
I'm
is
doing
gonna be like a span of like an hour. That's why I'm
Oh,
doing it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm proficient in both a herbalism kit and a poisoner's kit. So.
Yeah. So you totally can find some toxins to.
Yeah, I'll take some of that and then, and I'll sit down like in the middle of this area that I just found all this toxic stuff in, and I'm gonna start making a poison.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. The rest of you guys see a couple of clerks just going about their morning business, and the 2 guards standing at the stairwell.
Zarzoros will go to the clerk that looks the most important.
The cloak.
The
The
clerk
clerk.
that
Oh, the
looks
clerk.
most important. How does how do you tell that?
Whatever's about.
Whichever one. If there's 3 that look identical, he's going to whichever one looks older.
Okay, so you're going to the older one.
If he's gonna do any sort of persuasion or anything, I'm casting guidance now just to, in case.
You see an older human man, kind of like balding up top. He's got a couple of like tufts of like white hair that's just like coming out of his ears. Kind of like a large, almost long, bridged nose. and he's got a pair of like really small, like the straight with the like the rounded edge spectacles, hanging on the tip, and he's just busy writing away.
Good morning.
Yes.
We have a meeting with Macy Shadowmouse this morning.
And your name is?
My name is Zarzaros. This is my friend Ares and Cedric. We also have Aragar and Bosco Barrel Bum. And Nixel, I believe, is in the back somewhere.
Nixel's definitely in the back somewhere. Well, all right then. Let me check you in, and I'll go make sure that Macy is available at this present time.
We should have a scheduled meeting.
I will check. I should have a seat.
How long is it gonna take?
Matter of minutes.
Great.
No worry.
This guy is gonna take forever.
Say it. You tell me that, I'll look at a clock, but we're counting.
You
We're
see
counting,
him?
bum.
You see him turn around, check a couple of things, and then you see one side has like one of those like swinging doors that opens, and as he goes over by the door, he picks up a cane, and he just starts strutting over to where the guards are.
Bad luck.
As he starts like slowly struts up the stairs, just doing this whole like, my back.
Very bad luck.
Don't pick the over.
There will be a
You
way
wait
for some
about
old dude.
10
I'm like
minutes.
laughing maniacally in the woods.
That's too long. That's already too long. I'm sitting here tapping, pacing, ready to like start something up.
Ares, just wait, he'll be back.
Could have somebody else by now.
Just don't
And they
let
probably
him
could have went
fall.
past the old man on the stairs with the cane and come right back. But you just hedge as the boomer. Sorry.
What is this boomer? What is this?
You should know this term. Back from our.
She is right. We could, well, I don't know.
I've already been back already. Is there any
It's
sign
not,
of him
it's
coming
not
back
worth the
downstairs?
trouble. It's not
Is
worth
there
the
any
trouble.
sign of him coming back downstairs?
After about 15
No. This is at 10 minutes. Is there any sign of him
Nope.
coming down at 10 minutes?
Nope.
Are anyone else around there?
Just a couple of people sitting and waiting.
No one more clerks, I mean?
There's other clerks, yes.
I would have dragged him over there and I was like, hey, real quick, we have a meeting with Macy Shadowmouse. We just want to check in for that and make sure that we can see her right away. It's very important. Could you please check that for us?
Sure, I think,
No. Could you check that for us? Persuade.
yeah, give me a persuasion check.
Can you check? I just think you could handle this much
Give me a
better.
persuasion check.
Love your hair today.
It is of great importance that this happens.
What am I doing? Persuasion. Please roll. Okay, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Ooh.
I suppose if he hasn't come back down yet.
No, it's
perhaps
been
he,
10, 15 minutes already. It's very important.
Just make sure that he's okay.
He's fine. He's got a cane. You.
She looks to the other clerk. She goes, "I'll be right back," and she.
Thank you.
struts up there. As another 5 minutes go by, you
God.
see her come over to the top of the stairs, sort of like helping the old man.
Oh, you just had to ask.
Civilization, not even once.
As he sort of adjusts. Thank you, dear. She's ready to see you now.
Thank you so much for
You're
making the
most
journey.
welcome.
hope he's not-
Let's
I
go.
hope he's not leading us. Just tell us where to go.
Anyone that's logging and gagging, I'm starting to kind of push them along.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm ready.
Let's go. Alright.
Up the stairs, down the hall, last door on the right.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I really appreciate it.
We're already walking.
Yeah,
We're already,
I-
me and you, we're already walking.
I stay back and I slip this man 2 silver
Oh my lord.
for his effort.
It's his job.
Much appreciated. He takes.
He's already getting paid for that.
He takes your hand and puts his human hand on top of your like clawed, like scaly skin. You're most generous.
As we walk past him too, after that, since he's holding a cane, I ask him,
is your good deeds are gonna come around, hopefully.
Oh, it's just the years, you know. I'm getting old.
Okay, so it's not a physical injury or anything that's impeding him. It's just his age.
I'm just old.
Oh my God.
I'm just checking. Il matter be with you, good sir.
Look, I'm on the stairs. I'm like,
Il
let's
matter
go.
You are like,
We're like, come on. He's giving you the beady eyes, okay? And I'm like, let's go right now.
Checking if the man is suffering.
All right, I leave them all. I'm walking down
No,
the hall.
I'm already done.
I'm walking down the hall.
He said
this
he's
lake
old.
is suffering.
He said he's old. I'm all good. I just wanted to see if his knee was bum or something.
I'm already down the hall to the door.
I catch up with the rest of the crew. I have to make sure the old man is okay. Hopefully he doesn't fall down the stairs. Oh!
He's already downstairs.
Oh, he already got down? I thought he was
Yeah.
at the top that
No,
he said.
he's already down.
She was helping
He
her.
did his job. He
Oh.
got a tip for doing his regular job. What can he do? We are moving on. And I might just feel that silver back.
Noted. Noted. Ares hates the elderly.
I am impatient. I hate waiting for y'all.
It's already in the notes.
Get out of here. Too goody two shoes.
As you guys are hurriedly walking down the hallway, you see the door open to what would be where you were told to go, Macy Shadowmouse's chamber. And out from the door walks a halfling with a very bright red peacoat, frilled with blue frilling, and you would know this Bosco to be Korik Blackraven. As he sees you hurriedly walking toward, he gives you a quiet little nod and continues past.
Wait. Wait, hold on.
He gave us a description of Cork already, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't we get a
Yeah.
description of the sneaky goose or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
That
Okay,
is
so-
true. So yeah, you guys would all recognize him to be this person that you were
That
told is
is
Oh.
flying around somewhere.
I want to know what's going on with her, but I won't.
As he sort of like hurriedly struts past your party, he sort of like says hi quickly and moves on.
Don't you guys need to talk to him?
A moment,
Yeah.
please.
Yep.
A moment. You
You
just
are
start.
good, sir.
You hear in your head.
I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't think we've met. Is your name Cork?
That's me. Yeah.
Oh, we've been looking for you. Did you just get back from? Hold up.
Escora.
Thank you. Did you just get back from Mascara?
Yeah. Back a little early.
Okay. Nago. Is that his name?
Freak him out.
Inago is his name, yes.
Okay. And
Can I help you with something?
Yes, we've been looking for you for a long time. We're good friends.
One day?
And long enough. I'm impatient.
Is this man elderly? I'm worried.
Aren't you an elf? Like, you live
I'm
forever.
half elf.
Okay.
So
You
that
still
half
live for a hell of a long time.
half I'm done. Let me focus.
Just to
What
make
did
the
I
most of
say?
that life.
You told me to help. You were supposed to be doing this. And Nago sent us to find you. We're good friends with him. Helped him out. Shaved his. Oh God. We were told to find you for some sort of reward. You can say the rest. I'll say that in your message.
What?
You can't respond
Sure.
back in the
How
message.
much did he
You
say?
what?
You can't respond back in your head to me. I can only send it
No.
to you.
I have. Message the
I'm
whisper.
sorry.
I have
Yeah.
that now, so
Okay.
I sent to you like you. All right, there's your help. Now help bring it home.
Gotcha.
Sure. How much did he say?
We saved his life.
I'm gonna message him and be like, shut up for 2 seconds.
I just said we saved his life.
I'm gonna say that's fine,
You
but
told
don't
me you
say.
saved his life. How much?
Oh god.
Can I whisper something to Ares?
100 gold is what Anago said.
No.
Oh, sure.
It was 150,
Let's see
50
100
for
gold.
each person. He wasn't there. Bosco wasn't there saving
That's
the
a
ship.
tremendous deal.
It was 50 for each of us.
Was it really?
It was 50 for each of us. For the 3 of us.
What
The
about
rest of them
my
weren't
pension over here?
One transaction at a time.
Yeah, one transaction at a time. That is the word for
Oh,
the
yeah.
session.
I struck a
I'm
tremendous deal.
I'm
for
quite
them.
sorry. What is going on now? You said 100. You're saying 50.
He's-
Inago.
Bosco was not there.
Yes.
Inago promised that you would give us each 50 gold pieces for our work on his ship.
And
We
saving
gave
his
him
life.
safe passage, saved the ship. That's all.
And his life.
He told us about you and that you would reward us for our
50 apiece sounds reasonable.
For saving his ship and his crew.
Unfortunately, I don't have that much on me at the moment. But if you ask Macy, she'll put it on the ledger.
Are we in Macy's office right now?
We're
She-
about
We're
wait,
outside.
You're about to go
He
meet
walked
her.
out. Yeah, he walked out.
And as I say that, I head to the door.
So
where
sorry
she's-
to disturb you. We just want
We're new in town. It's, pretty costly for things that we need to do.
we
So
were given your name and description and
And this is 50 for you.
us 3.
Deep.
His name's Cedric, mine's Zarzaros, and this is Ares.
Pleasure. Well, I'm very busy. I must get back to.
It was a
grocery
pleasure
store.
meeting
I've been there a couple.
How was Asgora?
Delightful.
We'd love to chat more with you, but we have a meeting with Macy Shadowmouse. Is there someplace we can find you more easily in the near future?
Sure. I'm in and around the nest. Are you guys new here? Do you
You
know where
guys,
the
you
nest
have.
is?
Yes. Do you have any work for us, perhaps?
I'm sure there's plenty of work on the bulletin board.
There is. Yeah.
We got a dire boar to kill.
Sorry
don't
to
mind
disturb
me.
your day.
Yes.
Nah.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Thanks for saving Inaga. Good day. Rushes off.
But not the breath saving his sorry butt later on.
Could release
Would
that
you say like
gold
a
now.
half an hour passed at this point, give or take?
So I said 15 minutes. Yeah, about half an hour.
So halfway through making this poison, Gax instantly stands up and he goes, "Fuck! I forgot to tell him." So he's going to clean everything up, dump all of the poison that he's been making out, put everything back into his bag, and start hauling ass back to town.
Okay.
Just stop by the mic if it's still there. No, I'm kidding.
So you guys head into Macy Shadowmouse's chamber, and you can see she's sitting there, deep in her own thoughts, sort of just like rubbing temples a little bit. She looks up. Oh, you guys.
Everything all right?
Yeah. Just the normal troubles.
I'm guessing this has something to do with the protests outside.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see you guys came. Because that's exactly what I think that our contract will be about. I've already written it up. I was prepared. I was hoping that you guys would come. If you didn't, I was going to have to find some alternatives, but you guys intrigued me. So I thought it would be a good fit. What do you say?
Well, we'll need to
What-
review it in
what-
detail
Sure.
first.
What
Hand
does
you
the
the
contract entail?
Gax looks at it. I can't read.
Oh, goodness.
Wait.
Umbrella.
Yes,
please
please
do.
do.
While they're reviewing,
I mean, like, read it out loud for everybody to hear. Obviously, we pass it around so everyone can see.
while they're
but, like,
reviewing that,
Don't do it.
Cedric will mention, we just ran past Korik on the way in. He mentioned that you would be providing payment for the last services we gave him.
Oh, did he?
For saving his business partner.
How much?
50 each for me and my 2 friends.
She pulls the drawer open and takes out 150 gold and hands it to you.
All the whole 150 to me?
Yeah, it's in like
No.
a large
No. I'm reading the contract, but I am making sure that I damn well get my 50 gold.
Do you
That you're
really
not
think I'm
taking
gonna
it.
like
Well, if
cheat
you don't
you
want-
out of?
If you don't want your 50,
I didn't
you
say
can
that.
always share some with
I didn't
us.
say that.
I'll hold the extra for you.
I didn't say that.
What's money to
I would
to
request
you?
that you read it out to the group so that we can.
Yeah, good.
So they all.
Cedric needs some divine tokens.
You go ahead.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hopefully I can read this. Contract of confidential engagement. Contracting party, magistrate, Macy Shadowmouse of Port Fisher. Objective, covertly gather intelligence on the activities and machinations of House Greywither, suspected to be orchestrating efforts to recuse Magistrate Shadowmouse. The scope of work. The party is tasked with investigating the recent dealings, meetings, and alliances of House Greywithers, collect and document evidence on any illicit or clandestine activities, particularly those aimed at undermining Magistrate Shadowmouse's position. Confidentiality. All findings and intelligence gathered are to be reported exclusively to Magistrate Shadowmouse on her appointed representative, Lucius Branch, Captain of the Guard. The contents of this contract and any information regarding the mission must remain strictly confidential. Compensation. Upon successful completion of the mission, each member of the adventuring party will receive a sum of 500 gold pieces. Each member?
No,
Each
some.
member.
Oh, each.
Each member
Each member?
will receive a sum of 500 gold pieces.
I would have done it for
Drooling.
100 gold each person. Not 500 gold each person.
Holy moly!
In addition,
Objective number 1.
In addition, the party will be granted a favor from Magistrate Shadowmouse to be called upon at their discretion. Risks. House Greywither is known for its influential connections and may retaliate if the adventuring party's involvement is discovered. The party must exercise extreme caution and avoid direct confrontation whenever possible.
I would just kill them all.
Termination.
Speaking of,
Should the adventuring party fail to submit their findings in a timely manner, this contract will be considered null and void, and no compensation will be provided. Magistrate Shadowmouse reserves the right to terminate this contract at any time if the adventuring party is found to be in breach of its terms.
How long is a timely manner?
You tell me. You're the adventuring party.
Well, what do you know about the Grey Withers?
I know they call for Representative Foxfire to replace me.
How long have they been in Port Visher? And how big is their influence so far?
Their influence has grown in the past 4 years since I've taken office. That's actually why I was surprised to see my brother here moments ago.
Your brother?
Court.
Yeah,
Cork?
Cork. You know him?
Well, we
Who's
just
done
met him.
business with his business?
We just met him walking out.
Yeah. The Crow's Vigil has been a key piece in the Grey Wither's plans of moving snuff around. And I've been trying to stop Korik from doing it, because he's going to get us all in trouble. But he doesn't see the need.
And you think the Grey Withers will use this info against you?
Potentially.
Do you know if they're fomenting anti-Veshian sentiment?
That's the part that doesn't make any sense to me. The Veshian plague happened 10 years ago. With an unknown cause. Gax.
Oh, am I there now? That's all I'm
Oh,
asking.
you're right, you're not there. You're not fucking there.
Rage away just shoves the old man down on the stairs. After all that, he shoves him down.
You guys hear just the clattering of metal as the guards like, alright, get back here! As Gax just
understand the point of this
busts up
party?
into his door.
I think that's
As you bust up into the door, Macy Mouse is sort of like, just hold off, he's supposed to be here. And they sort of like bow and move on from their things, sort of like huff and puff down the stairs again.
Glad to see you could make it.
Collapse onto a chair.
Wait, has it been an hour? Are the effects done?
Has it been an hour?
I'd say your heart's still pounding pretty fast, but it's coming up on those last minutes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Gax, you never found what happened with your plague?
With our plague, I mean, it happened a decade ago. It came out of nowhere. It killed about half to 3/4 of the entire clutch.
uncountable numbers.
Our clan. After that, so for Gax, after the plague hit and he started traveling around to try and research it all, did he see like plagues popping up in other places afterwards, or no?
No.
I don't fully understand why these people are claiming that this curse came from the Vesh. I mean, it happened over, like I said, a decade ago. The plague came, and afterwards I went on a small journey to find out what happened. The plague did not spread anywhere else other than the lizard folk. So my understanding of what this is it is a targeted attack per region, we'll say. So for...
It's interesting you would say a targeted attack, because obviously you know of our predicament here in Port Fisher.
Your plague is different
than
seeming.
ours.
Correct, but it's only affecting one species, it seems. At least so far.
Yes, humanoids. Well, ones with skin at least, and not scale.
Halflings in particular. However, the Siamodanri Applefoot reported back to me yesterday, actually explaining that it seems that the patients are unreactive to any sort of treatment, natural or magical.
It's because it's not necessarily a plague. It's more of a...
infestation.
Yes. I sent Applewood a letter last night after I did my own investigation. I do not know if he has seen it or not, but from what I found out is it is a parasitic infestation, which just means that these tiny bugs infest underneath the skin, eat, grow, become stronger. I do not know what happens at the end of this parasitic relationship if they move on to a next person or if something is born within.
As you are saying this,
Oh shit.
your heartbeat starts to slow down back to its normal pace.
Alright.
And as you're talking, you see out of the corner of your eye a spot start to occur on your hand. Not a rune, but like a pussy sack that you can feel within you, just something moving.
You're gonna put that.
I look at you. Burn my hand.
Burn my hand. What?
Nothing leading up to that. Burn my hand.
He's used to it.
What is
He's
he
used
talking
to
about?
this.
Burn his hand.
I wordlessly I take out
This
the
is
flail
unfortunately common.
and I mutter a couple things. In
Nothing to worry about, really.
The flail, the mace end of it lights up, and I grab as close as I can to the end of the chain towards where the ball is, and I just grab underneath his hand and press it against it as though I'm like, suturing, or not suturing, like
It'd be
burning
like
a wound.
Cool.
Cauterizing.
As
Cauterizing,
that
thank you.
moment, you feel just like a. It's not you screeching in pain. It's something else that it was screeching in pain as it sort of like you feel it die off from within you.
Can I do a medicine check on that?
At that moment, all of you witness Gax laughing. And it's not like a ha ha ha. It's like a straight like maniacal like I found it. I know what to do now. Like I can do this. This plague. Oh. It's fun. It's fun. This is going to be an interesting time.
And obviously,
The drugs. your
Mace
brother-
is definitely a little bit like.
Yeah. The drugs your brother brought in are infecting your people. And
The drugs that my brothers.
I take out the pack that I have, put it on the table, and open it right in front of her.
The powder.
The powder. The snuff, the drug, the whatever the hell.
And how do you know this?
Because this is the only common denominator between everything. I tried this morning. And this is what I
We were a
got.
perfectly good team while doing it, I might add.
And then this is what I got. As you notice that, like the burn and stuff like that, you notice a lot more burn and scars and stuff like that on his arms.
If what you say is true, then we should practice this on. I must let Dan Applefoot know immediately.
It only works on people who are just infected, as you saw the boil, cyst, whatever appear, and then my friend instantly extinguished it. If it spreads throughout the body, they're done. The only way to cure it is burn it. Well, at least that's what I have found so far.
So then what do we do for those who are dying?
There's only one thing that I have found so far. So either wait for them to die and then cremate them, or the other
Save them
option,
the torture of a slow death.
put them out of their misery with
Ease
a
their
fast
suffering.
one. But I have a feeling, from what I know of Applewood, there might be some more. Do I know that Applewood is also a apothecary, I guess, or
Applefoot.
Applefoot? Oh, what is Applewood?
No, he's not a piece of bacon.
That's fair.
Applefoot is he's the only thing that you know about Applefoot is that he is the chief medical officer of the Crow's Vigil.
Okay.
That's just the guy that you had been tasked to go meet.
Yeah. Applefoot might be able to find some plant that gives off, or at least raises the body's temperature to a point that it can kill these insects. Or maybe you can lower the body temperature to kill them as well. But I at least found one solution.
I will report these findings to him immediately, and perhaps if you meet with him, he might be able to offer some assistance in locating some fire plant or something that would possibly work. In relation to this, if my brother is the one moving this stuff through, they get most of that drug from Grey Wither ships.
They steal it off their ships?
No,
No,
they
The Grey
trade.
Withers transport it here. They take it off. The Crow's Nest
The Crow's
sells it.
Vigil is distribution.
Yes.
We already know that. Now we know why.
Yes.
But why now? This is what I need you all to find out. That, including with this whole Foxfire mess. Can I trust you to do this?
Can we trust you to stop your brother from spreading this poison?
I will continue to converse with him. It's a delicate matter, you must understand.
You should probably emphasize the lives at stake.
That it will kill people and him if this plague were to ever be spread any other way. This powder, if I were to throw this into a group of halflings and the powder goes in the air, what do you think happens next?
Nothing good.
All of them get infected.
It makes me wonder even worse things, what they could be planning.
Indeed. And if this is only one town that the Grey Weathers affect, what are they doing in bigger cities? What are they doing with the other clans? What are they doing with...
Isn't this... Can I see that back?
Sure.
She takes it, she looks inside. Isn't this a Veshian spice?
It is. It's something that's used for two purposes. One is a cooking ingredient that makes things spicy, while the other one
She leans back in her chair,
is
sort
more
of
a
with
recreational drug.
sort of thinking. For it.
But it
She
is
rolled a 19.
yeah, it is different though in comparison to what we have at home.
Could it be laced?
I just thought
That
of
is what I'm
something.
thinking.
The Crow's Vigil has been found to be looting lizard folk wares on the way to Asgore. However, speaking with Cork earlier, he had said that they had increased this in order to gain profit, one, and two, they said they were shipping it back towards the Dale lands.
The Dale.
And is that the reason why you've been sending halflings over to the lizard folk? To steal and come back? Or are you having them place roots in our swamp?
I'm not trying to send them to the Veshlands. If I had space for them, I would. But I'm dealing with another problem with these wild beasts out in the wilderness that are becoming more and more aggravated. Boars, wyverns, the likes. I can't send them there, so I have to send them across. There is potential work orders for that as well if you meet with Lucius Branch, my captain of the guard. sure he could assist you with anything you would need in that regard if you enjoy our contract and would like more work after. But for now, number one priority is
The Grey Withers.
intelligence about these Grey Withers. Are we understood?
Do you have any leads?
I've had private investigators, and most of them I don't hear back from.
I suggest we start with Foxfire. If that's who they want to put in power, that's who the Grey Withers have in their pocket.
Foxfire stays in that building over there. She points to this sort of like almost too nice of a homestead. It's built similarly to the other surrounding houses with like the orange clay roofs, but it's got a very nice courtyard in front of it, with their own kind of like there's a fountain with like kind of this like a crescent moon on it, on display.
I'm sorry, what? The crescent moon was on what?
Yeah, on the fountain.
Oh, in front of the house or whatever?
Yeah. In the nice courtyard with like lots of like yellow and red flowers and things, daisies.
I'll send a mental message to my familiar to stop tormenting that dude and like pecking at his head, and he's just like there. And tell her to fly over towards the house to kind of start scoping it out, and like fly on top of a rooftop or something like that to just kind of look down into the courtyard and like.
Sure.
Yeah.
While that's happening, is there any supplies I could get you? Or is there anything you would need?
Do you know where I can find a holy man or a holy site?
For what in particular?
I'm in search of divine tokens.
The Church of Many Gods, potentially, but if... what's the purpose for the tokens?
To speak to my patron, to give us guidance.
You talking about spellcasting?
Not quite. More so... I guess you could say that.
Well, the church probably won't be any help in that regard. It's just a fucking mess in there. You'd probably have better luck at the Hollow Hex.
Hollow Hex?
Yes. Meet with Lenore Paxby. And that goes for any of you looking for magical items or components and things. Hollow Hex is the place to go.
And just above table, where did you say that they were stealing the wares and sending them to?
Dalelands.
The Dalelands.
Stealing them from where? Send them to the Dalelands?
Stealing from the lizard folk wagons. Like looting them.
Right, loading them to get the stuff.
Getting the stuff,
Cork.
shipping it to the Dalelands.
Cork's involved for profit,
Yes,
and
yes,
then
yes.
just saying like they're shipping it back.
And we had a plague too, but not like this.
It was similar. From your backstory, you saw like the acid burns and things like that, but you didn't understand that there was something. I mean, the acid burns and things were there, but there was no sign of like parasitic invasion at all.
Then, but now I know that it was that, or that it's not that.
It could be that.
It could be.
Could be. It might not.
There's no way of confirming unless I went back.
Right.
But that's where you got me. I can find out.
How are you gonna find out for those Dalelands?
Well, all I need is just one person from there, and then we already have the curse or the whatever.
I'm running low from all my recent endeavors trying to assist any way I could in this contract, trying to build mutual bonds. I have 2 potions of healing, if you would like.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Do you
Can
think
I
we're
take
gonna
a hold
need
of those?
these?
I'll keep those.
Sure, if you grab them first, here you go.
That's so sick. Oh, that's awesome.
Ooh.
Oh, I love that. That's so cool.
That means you're the one that has it, and when we actually have to do an action to interact and grab it.
Yeah, you could already heal.
It's gonna be a whole
You're
thing.
gonna come to me for healing anyway. Might as well.
Hey, I can heal myself, okay?
Technically, I can heal myself. I just need a healer's kit.
I do appreciate you taking up this task. I hope it goes well for you.
Can I also? Oh, sorry. So sorry.
Go ahead.
Can I also
Yes.
purchase medical supplies and healing kits at the Hollow House?
Hollow Hex.
Hollow Hex.
Medical supplies and say that again?
Healing kit or medicine kits.
That you'd probably want to go to the Wobbly Sack. Again, I do hope our endeavor together goes well. I'll be waiting to hear from you. You can find me here pretty much any day of the week. I'll let you know if I find out any news and send a guard, or even Lucius perhaps, to update you on anything extra I gain from Korik.
And where can we find Lucius?
The barracks. And you would know the barracks are there's 2 of them at either end to the entrance of Port Fisher, like near the dock side.
I have one quick question, if you don't mind. Where is the nearest flower shop?
You know, I think there's a new one called Daisies and Lilies over in the market district.
Thank you.
I don't know the name of the shop owner, but I think they just started setting up over the past 2 weeks or so. Anything else? Appreciate you coming. Have a good one.
Been a pleasure.
And we will end our session for this evening there.